let's start here with the Shadow Syndicate. We're back. It's been a minute. It's been a week, 2, 3, I don't know. It's been a while. But we're all back here, and to kind of start us off on our recaps to remember what's happening, Tristan, playing Phoenix, you wanna help us out with a recap?
Well, I believe we started last session in the middle of the Cloud Top, which is like these islands above. Where are we? It's the islands above the island that we're on.
Stormreach.
Stormreach, the city. Yes, and we were there because we were there for two purposes. We were there to deal with Kra'ark Lors, who is a giant bird, and we were there to find our friend Armando, the Shifter, who we had discovered was stolen by some Aarakocra. And then we traveled, and we began to deal with the Kra'ark Lors situation. And I shall leave that to the rest of us.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you. That was a very I think that'll help spur some memories here. I rolled next for you, Hunter. Hunter's playing Naila. Any recap or features that you want to add to it? What's going on here with us?
Kind of gets blurry in my memory for a little bit, but I just remember us. Naila casted a spell to find Armando and coming across all these creatures I cannot name, and we just having to regroup and going back, because last time we fought, a lot of us got pretty badly hurt.
Yeah, it was a tough fight for sure. I rolled next for Andrew, who was playing Crepitus. Any details you want to add to our recap?
I'm pulling up my notes right now. Well, what I remember is after we beat Kra'ark Lord, we kind of went back down to the city. We still didn't find Armando, if that's right. We didn't find him yet. And then we were kind of like, well, now what? But the most important thing to me is that our deliveries came in.
Yeah. House Cannith kiosk. There was a little bit of a delay on the more rare items. Awesome. Rolled next for you, Jacob, who's playing Chantal Moon. What else is going on?
I'll be completely honest. I kind of just forgot everything, and then I was just going to add on, before he went, I was going to say, don't forget we fucked up Kra'ark Lors, and then I think you took a feather.
I did take
Crepitus.
a feather.
Yeah, you did.
And then we used that as, we either used it as proof already, or we're going to use it as proof. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember.
I think we did.
All right, well, that happened. And to be honest with you, that's really all I got, and I'm embarrassed to say so.
It's all good. I'll fill in the blanks. It's been a while, right? For our characters, it's been 8 hours. For us, it's been a couple weeks. A lot happened since then for all of us. But Kai, who's playing Index / Banner,
Yes.
Did that bring anything up that you remember, or anything you want to add?
Personally, Index has been kind of like reaching out for a couple people very specifically, and kind of hoping that he gets noticed or snagged or contacted or something. But.
Yeah. All right. You did show the giant rock feather as proof to collect the bounty. You got paid. You got paid a lot, and you went gambling, Chantal.
I did.
And Naila, and you did all right. Naila had some theft, I think, or you swindled someone. Yeah, for sure. And I think you drew a little bit of attention. You noticed that you hit a high profile individual without doing a lot of research, because you were very clever about it. But unfortunately, you left a little bit of a trail. So other than that, you've taken a long rest here in Stormreach. I think you decided that you were wanting to try to find Armando. You did, on the way down from the fight with Kra'ark Lors, your druidic Rushemi giant friend flew down and did a little flyby past the Aarakocra village that's set into the side of a cliff. And Naila, with her detect person, spell confirmed that Armando was somewhere in that Arakakra village that's in the side of a cliff on the far west side of Stormreach. But the sky filled with swarms of Arakakra coming towards you, so you all decided to avoid a major confrontation at that time, flew down back into the city, collected your bounty, got some weapons, did some gambling, stole some shit, and took a long rest. So it's the next morning. This is day 4 here in Stormreach. So, Shadow Syndicate, here we are. It's the morning. What do you want to do?
I would like to explain to the group some of the items I have now received. So on top of waiting for our delivery, so what we were waiting for the longest time is the Cape of the Mountebank.
Montbank.
Montbank?
Yes, it's French.
Anyway, so I can do the whole teleport behind you meme now. So I can do that. On top, unironically, I can.
It's
I can cast
Dimension Door, I believe.
Yeah, Dimension Door, and I can only use it once for every day.
Per day.
Once per day. But then on top of that, I won't disclose. I have a Ring of Protection. Don't know if that was the thing. I also now have Gloves of Thievery and Goggles of the Night.
Cool.
I bought those when we came back to town. So the Gloves of Thievery give me +5 to my sleight of hand, and it also, I don't know if it's plus, I think it's +5 to
Thieves' Tools.
pick locks, or is it just advantage on pick locks?
I can look it up for you.
Oh, no, +5 to pick locks also.
Yes.
And then I finally have Goggles of the Night, which now I have 60 feet of dark vision. I was tired of being blind, dude. And I also got blind sense, so.
Jeez.
I'm stacked.
Are items getting delivered to us, or do we need to go pick them up?
We already picked them up, yes.
You got 'em.
The last
But
of
we
the
put in some
items,
more orders.
the rare items that were going to take 5 days have not yet completed, and you have to go to the kiosk, but it's not far from the Ship's Cat where you're staying. Stormreach is not that big of a city. It's kind of a vertical city, kind of built up upon itself with on top of these giant ruins. All right, so Crepitus spends the morning showing everybody his new stuff that he got last night, with some of his crime buddies and his contacts to get a special deal on some things. Yeah. So, take it away, guys.
All right. Do we want to go investigate the Mondo situation now, or do we want to save that? How do you guys feel?
We need some allies for that first, I believe.
It wouldn't hurt.
I do.
100. I can only fry so many chickens. So we're gonna need some help. We might ask for the help from those people that we spared, those adventurers that we spared. That's not going to be enough, though. We might ask for help from start to get some balls rolling for the rats and the God. What are they called? Why am I so bad with names? That one crime syndicate in Sharn.
The halflings or the not halflings?
The halflings, I think.
Boromar
Clan.
There you go.
Boromar.
There you go.
There we are. Yes. So we need to get them connected with the rats, but we also need help. So that might be like a 2-for-1 maybe.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have hella money. I can easily hire mercenaries if we need to. I mean, they're probably not going to be great mercenaries, but we can get people.
I mean, that is a good point.
We could just try to buy Armando as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really
Wait.
underestimate what the beef is.
We don't know the
guys.
motive. Yeah, good point.
Let's hear it, Crepitus.
We have our scrying orb. We can kind of just find out. where
Dude,
he
he's
is.
actually spitting. We should do that.
Yeah, but we
That's
know where
so
he
smart.
is.
But like, we'll see like what they're doing.
We thought
because
he
they-
he was up in the clouds and he
No,
wasn't.
that's not how scrying works.
Well,
used
we could
scrying
see
before.
if he's like been like tortured or if like
Sure,
he's, you know,
What if he's just
Well,
living
we
a
can
lavish
see
life?
and
What if he's
hear,
just
right?
like eating grapes on a couch?
just leave him.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Bastard.
fuck
Yeah.
them. Just
I wouldn't want to be interrupted.
That's
Also,
smart.
Also,
Also-
if we do
also-
fail and we don't find him, wherever he is, he'll get immunity, right? Isn't that how that works?
I mean,
what?
from scrying.
From
Right.
scrying.
If we scry on him and then we missed it,
Not
he
only
gets
hurts us,
immunity for
brother.
24 hours.
Yeah, but no one else can be scrying on him.
Yeah, he's just Armando.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess that's
No,
Stops
but what
the-
if he's getting tortured or something? We could protect him without actually being there. Then we could.
I mean, we
gives us an
Immunity
extra-
from scry. Crepitus.
Oh.
It's just scrying specifically.
Oh.
That would be a really cool spell, though.
That would be
Just
like
fucking
the most-
straight up invulnerability.
That's what I thought it was.
Like just be like, you can't fucking look
Well,
at me.
when we
I
were
am now
doing
a
it-
god.
I
When
like
we were
the
doing
idea.
it on the dragon. You guys were like, "No, they get immunity. Don't do it." I was like, "Shit, okay."
We weren't being clear, I guess, about the wording. They're immune
Because-
from scrying for the next 24 hours. Or
Okay.
yeah. From
And
that.
they know, right? Don't they know as well?
No, it depends
Or
on
no?
it depends on how well they can see into the ethereal plane.
Fucked up.
Yeah, if they can see invisibility, they can see the sensor.
scry,
But if they make it, I don't.
No, they just it doesn't happen. It doesn't connect.
I think we should definitely try scrying. Maybe we can at least get some more
We should.
information on what the
should.
situation looks like. At the very least, it doesn't
And
hurt. to try.
I will say, it's a logistical nightmare. But if we have to fight these things, there is a way that a whole bunch of zombies could fight for us. Because I learned a new spell,
Let's
which
go.
allows me to make a copy of myself, which can spend all of its spell slots to raise zombies.
Let's go.
It's a style moment.
You learned simulacrum?
Man,
I thought
yeah,
that
I
was a
did.
9th level spell.
It's a 7th level spell.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, are we getting Vecna in this one?
Shut
This
the
fucking-
fuck up.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Yeah. So if we're all together, Crepitus, do you have the scry orb on you?
Somebody has it. I think it's in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I think so.
Who has the bag of holding, by the way? Like I
Me.
forgot.
Ayla does.
Canonically.
Ayla has it.
Fucking whip that bad boy out, I guess.
Does anybody free up of a attunement slot? Because you need to attune to it.
I am not.
Actually, I might be. Hold on. I haven't attuned
Alright.
my staff yet.
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't use your
Okay.
stats in terms of like the DC or whatever. But I'm full up on items, and I don't want to do like an hour-long wait just to
Yeah, me
10
too.
minutes.
Actually, I think I do. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I have braces of defense, Eldritch Tattoo. I think that's actually it. Yeah, I'm not attuned to my.
I'm attuned to 2 things at the moment, I believe.
Oh, then yeah.
Either one of you could do it.
But how long will it be attuned to me for? Just as I'm using it?
Well, until you unattune from it next time, or until somebody else tries to attune to it. I think
Well, who
Well,
used
crap!
it the
You
first
bought
time?
items that you want
You
to
did.
attune to, right?
I used it last, but then I reattuned to my items because
Takes,
I
what,
wanted
20
to
minutes?
scry on somebody specific and not somebody we all know.
Oh, wait, I believe. Hold on, let me check my.
It's 20 minutes to attune, right?
It's a short rest. It's 30 minutes.
I mean, I
Yeah,
can
I'm
do it.
pretty
I don't really need my staff at the moment. Or,
No,
to be
all
honest.
my other things don't require attunement, so I can do it.
Okay.
All
Go on,
right.
sis.
Go ahead, Crepitus.
Have it.
All right. So you
What do I roll?
scry.
What do I have to roll?
You don't roll anything. He rolls.
So this is a wisdom saving throw. Is that correct? Read your spell, Crepitus.
Fine, or DC 17.
17. You got it. Let's see how he does.
Wait, why does he roll?
Because it's a saving throw.
Yeah, for,
save.
You see it?
As you try to make this thing work, right? It's kind of new for you, Crepitus. You feel at first like it's foggy and that you can't have any real clear images. Nothing's coming to mind, and then the spell is done. This means 2 things. It could be Armando is too wise for this spell to hit him right now, or Armando is not alive. It means one of those 2 things.
No shot.
I give a little. Oh, I also picked up Tinkerer's Tool, by the way, because I was
Let's
very
go.
upset that my gun broke.
The thought of Armando being dead, Crepitus was like, "Oh, guys, I got Tinker's tools." In
Well,
character,
you
in character, you saw me roll dice. I'm sorry, out of character, you saw me roll dice. In character, you're not sure. Armando's either couldn't get through or he's not alive. Naila's perception of him yesterday, though, was that his person was detectable.
Well, at least he and his soul are immune for 24 hours.
Pretty bad.
All right.
We could always just look for him the old-fashioned way. I picked up a spell that it's really good for like long-range scouting stuff. Not as good as like a divination spell, but it could work.
We have locate person on Naila, I'm pretty sure.
We do, but isn't the
Well-
range kind of limited?
I already
So we're
tried
to
using
1,000 feet.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. What's your range, Index?
Well, the spell is Flock of Familiars, so I'd get 3 familiars that can all go out and look for stuff and send me pictures. And
But isn't that 500? What's the limit on
so
familiar?
the range in which that you can issue commands and communicate is a mile.
Well, that's not bad.
You can command them to go further, but after that, their fate is kind of dicey because you can no longer control exactly what they do. They're kind of up to the DM's discretion at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a second level spell rather than Naila using one of her higher level ones. Is locate person?
It's a third.
I think I have it on 4th.
It's a fourth then.
Yeah.
I don't want to take your better spell slots if we can just burn one of these. You know.
So we're going up against 100 plus bird people.
Uh-huh.
I dreamt up a new spell last night that was very fun.
Mhm.
Some may call it a storm of fire. Some might call it a firestorm. Who knows? So that could be fun. But we're gonna need people.
It's still 100 of them.
Yeah.
I could take the next 12 hours to go spend a whole bunch of gold and cast Simulacrum.
What the
Did
fuck
we-
does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Explain it for the Fisty boys, please.
2 people exist and at the same time.
Make a
Yeah,
copy of
that's.
myself
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
with all
Yeah.
my spell slots.
2 people existing on the same plane. Is
Yeah, 2 twins, if you will.
That's-
Can we talk to them? They don't seem very civil, but do you think they could answer to like coin?
yeah, maybe. I think it's worth a
Eventually,
shot.
I mean, we made kind of a shady entrance. We killed this humongous bird god thing, and then rolled up to their front door.
It's kind of
I
funny.
mean,
We're ready to fight, I think.
I'd
We
like
were.
for you guys, as you're having this conversation, go ahead and roll a perception check as you're kind of in your room having a conversation.
Say no more. Okay, well.
okay, yeah.
What do I see with my elven eyes?
It's
You'll
what
see.
Bro,
Oh, let's go.
it's what you hear.
With my elven
Passive
ears.
perception.
You Chantal and Naila are and Crepitus. Wow, guys.
And we're the.
It's Phoenix that picks up on the sound first. The sound of
flapping wings.
footsteps approaching your room from the hallway. It's been quiet so far this morning, but so you do pick this up. Someone's approaching. You want to do anything?
I quiet down, Shadows, and let's deal with
Are
this.
we at the ship's cat still?
You are.
Yes, we
Ship's
are.
cat.
I shall stand up, adjust myself, look at myself in the mirror, and then realize I look a little greasy, and then kind of like slick my hair back, and then go to the door.
Prestidigitation.
Thank you.
All right. You get to the door just as there's a knock. And I don't know if you just straight up open the door or if you're going to have a
Might
who
as
is
well.
it?
Might as well make it as creepy as possible.
So right
You
as
need-
she's about to knock on the door, you open it. And she's like, "Oh. Hello." And you recognize this individual. This is who has checked you in here at the Ship's Cat. This is Harish, the female shifter who runs the inn. And she's been very hospitable, incredibly fair, and very discreet. And she says, I didn't want to just leave this at the door. I didn't want to slip it underneath the door. I wanted to make sure that you actually got this. This was left for you. And she has a small sealed envelope. and she hands it to you.
I take it.
Hey there, baby.
It was delivered by a construct carrier. I'm not sure of where it came from. If you have any more questions, I'll be downstairs.
Construct. Do I know what a construct carrier is?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Let's see if I'm good at these. Kind of.
Yeah, it's like a carrier pigeon, but it's like
It's like
a homunculus.
similar,
or
like is
clockwork.
familiar.
Yeah, like a clockwork pigeon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I'll take it.
You've seen these things flying around. They're fairly common. She says, so if there's nothing else, are you all having breakfast? Should I have the cook make something for you? Or,
Yes, please.
Apparently, yes, please.
Sure. All right. I'll have it sent up to your room.
Oh, is breakfast included with our?
Motherfucker, shut up.
Dude, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna pass
I'm
her a
just
gold
gonna
for
throw
the
five.
for the
I'm
letter.
just gonna throw money at this.
I'm just gonna throw money.
She's like,
I'm rolling after last.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not necessary. Perhaps when the help comes up, you could be so kind to them. I'm perfectly fine. You don't need to tip me, but thank you.
Very well.
Yes. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
Of course.
And she heads down the hallway. On this letter,
whose name is it?
there is both a wax seal and what seems to be some sort of ward, similar to the alarm spell that you've seen Index cast. You have a feeling it's like insurance of sorts that the letter has either been delivered or is being opened. Someone will be
receipt, I get
notified when the letter is opened, unless this is dispelled. And there's also a wax seal.
Any name on the front?
It simply is listed for the Shadow Syndicate.
I guess it's forever.
Do you guys want me to dispel the magic?
Do I recognize the seal?
What skill would you like to use to figure that out?
Can I use history?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mink.
All right.
25.
Yeah. The symbol is of the Aurum.
Yeah, we should dispel that.
Yeah, I was about to say dispel that
probably.
shit immediately.
Alright.
Fuck.
Hold on.
I don't have dispeller. I would offer.
I do.
Spell.
I do. How many third level spells do you have?
3.
3. If you want to, you can. I also have 3.
While we're going through this, can I unattune from the scrying orb?
Sure.
Okay. I just.
So the symbol,
yeah.
though it doesn't look like it, normally the Aurum's symbol is this sort of crown. I think I can actually, let's see. Yeah, I think I can actually give you this image in the chat. Here you go. Can you all see that?
Yep.
Cool.
Looks
I think
like
you've seen this
Yes.
in the past. Yeah. So this is what has been stamped essentially into the wax seal.
All right. I believe Nyla is casting a dispel.
I did.
She did.
Oh, all right. And that is a 3rd level spell?
Yes.
Cool. It is immediately effective. You have dispelled the ward. The alarm is dispelled.
All right. I shall.
Well,
Do we want to do this even sneakier? Should we like slowly take away the wax, or should we just open it?
I suppose it could be trapped, couldn't it? So it's just
That probably
dispel.
got rid of with the dispel, right?
Yeah, fair.
All right. I'm gonna open it. I'm
Send
gonna
it.
try and open it.
All right. You are addressed as a group, and the contents of the letter dictate that your presence is required at a secret meeting.
Sure.
There are a couple of names that you've heard while you've been here in Stormreach, specifically like the Stormlords, right? You've heard about these people. They're the ones who sort of make decisions here in Stormreach. They're the ones who kind of dictate the Warforged kind of arm of the military here, right? Law enforcement, basically. Then there's the members of the Aurum that you've heard have also taken up sort of a permanent residence here in Stormreach. What was your history check. Index
25.
25. This is not so much an historical thing. This is more like, how much gossip have you picked up on? Are any of you good with either persuasion or even intimidation? I would take, just like basically while you've been here for the last few days, maybe insight. These would be like ways for you to kind of pick up on certain names. I want to see if you can pick up on this. Let's roll some dice. All right, so call out your numbers to me, guys.
We have a 23, an 18, a 17, a 27, and a 19.
Who got you said a 27?
Naila got a 27. Was it plus 16?
Okay, 27.
Like persuasion.
Persuasion, yes.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, for sure. Persuaded somebody to just give up some information. The initials that you see are JC. And you start thinking to yourself, what are those initials? And a name comes to mind, and that is Jairus Kantar. So Jairus Kantar, you have heard, is a shipping magnate who runs a trading fleet under license to House Larandar here in Stormreach. He owns a small chapter house here. You've heard that he has a great interest in drow relics, especially those tied to Solitar or Umbragen cultures. He pays premium price for drow artifacts, at least 10% more than an adventurer might get at the marketplace. Supposedly he has deep pockets and you know, people have taken really lavish things to him and gotten paid really well for it.
So he's a collector / shipwright. Shipwright by day, collector by night.
Yep.
And he's a member of the Aurum.
Yes. And he requires us at a secret meeting, because of course he does. And
This is so fun.
it's not trapped, and the letter wasn't alarmed, and we're not on bad blood at all. And they totally know that we have parts of Astraeus, and what could he want? If he's
gonna
interested
just interrogate
in
us.
Yeah, he's gonna interrogate us,
Yeah.
but like he's probably just like, I need something from you, and I'm gonna pay you a bunch of money because I'm a mason.
I mean,
You're
it
like,
could
all
be.
right.
It could work if it's not too out of the way, but it's going to be some bullshit. Like, it's going to be some bullshit. Or maybe he knows something. Maybe just his past has nothing to do with this, and he's a member of the Aurum after all. We haven't seen them since that fateful day.
Remind me, people of Shadow Syndicate. Were any of the Aurum good?
Yeah,
Or was some of them were like cool, right? Some
Yeah.
of them weren't shitty.
but they're just some of them weren't shitty, but we also were like undercover the whole time,
Yeah.
and they may have just assumed that we were assholes like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We
But
haven't
like,
seen them.
and when this whole thing started, when we were on the airship, we were
Yeah.
like told to spy on some Aurum members because we think they were doing some shady shit, and then we realized that shady shit was like Astraeus, right?
More
Or is that like
less.
is that a subsect of the Aurum, which is a subsect of like a high society?
I like that, but I don't know.
All right.
I think we were worried that they were going after Astraeus, but we didn't know.
I think they want. I don't know how to remember this, but
We
I
thought
think
they were going to be like
want it.
auctioning off pieces or doing other sorts of shady business on the ship.
And then we realized that they were just making clones of people.
It's pretty
Working
bad.
with the pirates.
Is anybody interested in Jairus' request?
I'm intrigued by it. It's just
You're
we can't really
intrigued, but are you
respond.
interested to go?
I mean, if I honestly kind of am,
So we have a half yes.
I'll say yes. Just to,
All right, we have a full yes. Is anybody else full yes for Jairus?
I feel like we have to
not
find
a
a
priority.
friend first.
Yeah, no, it's not a priority, but I think that we should. Does he want us to meet here? Does it say anything?
No,
about
it says secret meeting somewhere.
Bruh.
I'm interested.
How are we even supposed to accept
Yeah,
it?
how are we supposed to do shit with that?
I'm
information?
assuming the devil's in the details in the devil or whatever. The devil's in
So
the details.
I'm assuming this is like a he'll find us situation.
No, it says it in the thing. He was just the DM was being very
The chapter house is the location indicated in the letter. For the
Or
meeting?
time indicated in the letter.
Noon today.
Well, I guess.
Oh.
Are we still interested? High
What if we
noon,
split the
middle of
party?
the town, high noon.
What if we go? What if we can somehow either bait or deal with them, or make a deal with them to help us bring Armando back? So
What if we could somehow go in and then if it's a bad situation, teleport 500 feet away?
I mean,
That's one. That's
That's
you
fine.
and one person. Please.
No,
read
it's
the
me
tape.
and any willing party.
One.
Yes, one party.
Is it only one?
Please read the fine print on the tag of the Montblanc Cape, please.
All right. Well,
It
I'll
says
leave you
dry
guys
clean
in there.
only, and then you can only bring one person.
Nice.
Hey man, the best
Cold wash.
the best way to use a new magical
Flip
item is
that.
to not read the instruction manual
Yeah,
first,
just
to
do it.
activate it and see what happens.
Go!
And then it's just Crepus and one party member, probably Chantal, that lives. And then,
Hey,
I got you, Chantal. Don't worry.
all right. So are we doing this? What time?
What
time
time
of
is
day
it?
is it?
What
It's
time
still
is it?
morning.
Early morning, like
Alright.
8 a.m. Early
wow.
morning.
Well, what other leads do we have on Armando? 0?
We know where he
we
is.
know where he is, and we know they're not happy. That's basically it.
And he's not up in the clouds because we were just there.
You've heard that the
Mm.
Aarakocra have lately sided up with a less successful criminal organization known as the Titans. They call themselves the Titans here in Stormreach.
The Scene Titans?
No, remember the Titans.
And it seems like they have a common enemy, if you will. The Aarakocra that live nearby are told that they've lived here, and they feel like those that weren't born here don't belong, and they would like to just kind of like see most of Stormreach kicked out. And they seem to have no problem working as like a thug outreach for this group known as the Titans, which are trying to occupy a portion of Stormreach, which is where the Clifftop Adventurers outpost is located. Trying to get money out of Armando, basically.
How much money do you think they're trying to get? Too much? Chantal, if we went to them and they're just like, we just want money from them, and then we paid like some absorbent amount, but what amount would you be willing to pay before you're like, fuck you, and then you punch them?
I mean, well, I say name your price. I give them the progressive name your price tool. They name their price, and then I say, yeah, no matter what they say, I say we're not.
And then you give them
doing
the
that, and then I
5-finger
cut-
discount? Like, is that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then
Okay.
we say you're taking fucking like
Yeah, 0 gold.
600 gold, and then that's it. That's light.
Glad that that's our main plan.
I
really
mean, if
happy
they
that
say
that's
no,
what
we
we're
just say we're gonna
paying.
beat your asses. We
I
threaten
mean,
the
we
hell out
could
of
commit
them.
like regicide
There's so
on a
many of them,
thief
though.
level.
But you guys just wave your magic wands and you're like, look at this cool shit we have, and they're like, holy fuck, we've never seen anything like that before, and then they're scared. Man.
Yeah.
And then you fucking, like they say,
And then I
still not
send-
I
scared,
suppose
go
if there's
10
something
10
that
by 10
Phoenix and I are
cubes
good at, it's
That have
scaring
to have a
people with
face
magic.
joining.
Foolproof.
I mean, it's a plan. I mean, it's just what are they gonna do? Like say no, or
100 Aarakocra are gonna beat your ass.
Are
That's
gonna-
what they're gonna do.
I'll fucking
Yeah.
beat their ass. I dare them
all
to
right,
try.
all right, Chantal.
Think
See
you
you
could
later.
fight 100
That's
bird
with you guys
people?
backing me up. I need you guys to have my back, but I got them,
Okay.
man. I can handle it. Yeah, it's not gonna be great.
We do have to deal with this because I feel like even if
Yeah.
we buy for his freedom, the Aarakocras are gonna be like, all right, you have rich friends now. Send for money.
Oh, fucking, they can try.
What if we just beat up one giant on the Titans? Do you think they would just give up then? What if
I
we just
mean-
bring the tail feather of Croc lores that we have?
And then
And
they
then we're
have
just
too many
like-
croc lures in their fucking cages, and they're like, "Hey, look at this," and we're like, "What?"
And
Okay.
then we're just like, we'll do this to you. But we did this to a god. What do you think you can do?
Yeah,
We've slayed
yes.
dragons. I don't know.
Could work.
We need friends.
We
Yeah.
need friends.
I mean, this is like low-key secret meeting. Oh man, it could
If
be
you
an
go get that
in.
girl back.
Let's go there.
Mudhen is not enough, and I don't.
Mudhen
I
is
also
not.
don't
She
think
might be a
so.
legendary creature, but she's not enough.
Do we want to bring things that we think he would find of value just in case? Just in case like things go bad and we're like, hey, wait a minute, I've got this cool thing.
I got magical chandelier on
Because he
this.
really likes what was it, magical
Drow.
relics?
Drow.
Magical
Drow
elven
relics.
Drow artifacts is what he's known for. Yeah. It says he's rumors are that he likes relics. Specifically, he's definitely into Drow relics, and even more specifically, of a pair of Drow sort of tribes, if you will, or groups, the Solitar and the Umbragen cultures. Yeah.
I have a small metallic sphinx that if you ask it a question about a civilization, it answers with a question about the civilization. But sometimes it like gives a little bit of info, so maybe we could be like, hey, you could learn all about those Drow guys.
Also,
Yeah, like
give him the
wine.
I mean, if he really wants, I can give him the chandelier that shows unexplored places.
Oh, yeah.
In Eberron or something like that. I don't know if he'd find that interesting. So like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like, what could he want with us? And the letter was just signed by him, to be fair. He might
And
just be
Aurum
a-
100% knows that we were the people investigating them on that ship.
Absolutely. I mean,
100% they know.
we were sus as fuck. And we left out evidence.
Yeah.
Did we leave any evidence? I think we just like sent out a flying ultra.
Didn't we
We
beat the
walked
shit out
around
of a guy?
that. We walked around that ship, big dick swinging, for like a week
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah, but then
And
like nothing's
everybody
left of
knew
the
what
ship
we were
because
doing.
we just like we opened up the engine room, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you know fucking Shenron came out and destroyed everything.
The
And now he's like
hoity-toities
chilling
all
out in the
bamfed
fucking
away.
clouds. Now he's just hanging out. He's like
Dude,
finally
he is just chilling. I didn't even think about it.
like nothing's left. Nothing can be left, right?
Well,
Like
all of the
we left
people
the captain to
left.
die. We left like the little engineer to die.
Dude, we did just kind of leave.
We
that
left
shit.
psionic
We
pirates
got-
to die.
yeah.
There was like a genie or something. You died. Like, come on.
There.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, we were left with little
Like, we were
choice but to
justified.
leave, man. Like, what the fuck were we supposed to do? Fucking rot? Like, what?
Exactly. But a lot of the Aurum members survived. You know, a lot of people teleported off of that ship
Oh yeah, a lot of people got out.
while it was
And those that didn't, that survived the crash, had their own transportation there quickly, like within the hour. They found their own means of getting out of there pretty quick. A few moments after your conversation has a bit of a lull, you hear the sound of footsteps coming down the hallway. There's a little goblin who is holding breakfast trays. Just kind of like knocks on the door with his elbows.
Sure.
Looks up at you. He's like,
Hello.
I brought food. Y'all.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep. I will take it and then kind of like stack up on one hand and give him 2 gold. And then move
I'll
the
give him
to the
4.
table.
You're so generous. Puts the gold away. Like, walks down the hallway. It's hard to read that guy.
Yeah, well, goblins are fun, aren't they?
The breakfast arrives.
Well,
So, are we attending this meeting?
what do you guys think? I mean, I was the only one on board, really. If you guys don't want to do it, it's okay. We don't have to.
Naila was
Yeah,
on
that's-
board. And
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's go. What's the
Crap
worst that
down.
happens? We
Fuck
die.
Why not?
Also agree.
If
What
it
could
has
go
a
wrong?
chance of giving us allies for the Arakocra and the Titans, then I think it's worth a trip.
It's definitely a chance.
so that's our bargaining chip. Like that's our kind of takeaway. Is like, we'll help you if you can kind of help us get rid of these chickens, or at least get our friends.
I mean, I'm sure he's gonna have some shit to say.
I
you
mean,
know,
sure,
for
he will have
to
some shit to say, but we got to be on the same page of what type of reward we want for this shit. He's gonna say
Just depends.
because he's gonna be like 100,000 platinum, and then you're gonna be like sold, and then we're like, what about Armando? And then you're like, fuck Armando, I got gold.
Spitting.
I'm glad I have you read like a book.
Yeah. No, I care about mono more than full. That's why. I mean, even if we do get, I don't know, man.
Man, it's been some time since I've had to interact with high society that wasn't through gold.
Can interact with high society.
Should we go? I think we should go.
I think we should go.
After you have
go.
breakfast.
We hear him out at least.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there any sort of preparation we can do ahead of time that would make people feel better? I kind of was under the impression that we would be coming up with a way of fighting a whole bunch of people. So the spells that I had prepared for today are combat oriented.
I think that's fine. I might just go there right after, to be honest. I think that's feasible. It's better than
The meeting is 4 hours from now.
Oh, that's for us.
Oh,
You guys could go without me and I could cast Simulacrum today.
How long
How long
does
does
that
it last?
It takes 12 hours to cast Simulacrum.
take? It lasts
And
until he dies, right?
It lasts until it dies.
Oh.
And it
Oh.
has my number, no, not my hit points. I think it has half of my hit points.
It just can't get hit points back, and it cannot get
It
spells
can
back.
get hit points back
Oh, right.
if you repair it for 100 gold worth of
Per hit
materials
point, right.
per hit point.
It just doesn't get its
Oh.
spells. It just doesn't get
It doesn't
spells
get its
back
spell
after
slots
they've been
back.
cast. But cantrips, you know,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
that
Yeah.
does.
That's cool.
Interesting.
That's cool.
I think we should go to Ameline. Ameline? Is that your name? Santor de Civis?
Yeah.
We need to go and try to see if we can speak to these goddamn halflings. What is their goddamn name? The
Boromar clan.
Boromar. Jesus Christ.
You might have a. Do you have a handout in your
Do we?
in your journal? I don't know. I'm asking. It might be in the
Factions?
factions, faiths, organizations. Oh no, you don't. Let's see what's listed here.
We got Cliff
Yeah. You know what?
Deck.
You know all of this stuff. So there you go. There you go.
Boromar. Nice. Yes. Okay. Yes, we should, and we have a friend of the Boromars. Anybody write his name down?
Boromar clan?
Yeah, but the guy that we know that's part of the Boromar clan.
Kartha, the big boss.
Kartha. There we go.
Oh no, sorry. Sidon Bolomar, or Sadian Bolomar, leader of the Bolomar clan.
Sidon is the leader of the Boromar clan. Your contact was not quite so big. The Boromar clan contact that you had was a guy named Corin Del Marco, a halfling that you actually inadvertently saved from torture and by Dask. This was a long, long time ago, guys. Back at the Lightning Rail Station in Sharn.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go send a message to Del Marco. Yes. I believe that we should send him a message saying something along the lines that we need to cash in the favor of saving his life. And what angle do we play this at? Because we could play it as like meeting the Boromar clan and the Rat Boys, and then we're just like, now we got them both together, and then we're like, you know, it'd be pretty cool if you guys had a bunch more power by getting rid of a bunch of birds.
How are we sending a message to him?
We're going to Ameline,
Aha.
the first stone speaker of Civis.
Mm.
That's all she does all day. Send messages. And then is there like a back and forth? How does that work? I've never used a message.
Sending?
Yeah, like they send like when it's somebody else. Like the person sends the message and then they're like, "This is what they said."
Speaking on your behalf is essentially kind of the way it would work. Yep.
Okay. Any other ideas? Because I feel like I'm driving the conversation.
We want to do that before we do secret meeting bullshit.
I
a
mean,
couple
we have some time
hours.
to kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
we do have time. I think that I mean we might as well. I kind of am not a believer that it's gonna work, but I think it's definitely worth a shot. I think that even like secret meeting, my whole stance is that it's just worth a shot regardless.
Yeah.
We're not pushing this.
Well, at the very least, because we got help from the Rat Boys, we gotta work with them, and they're called the Bilge Rats, not the Rat Boys. I know. Where's the Lost Boys in the Rat Feathers? Where's the Vampire Clan? All right. To Decivis.
Yeah.
Cool. Early morning, you're able to find almost no wait. You get in, no problem. And you've made a real friend with Emmeline Santor. She likes showing off her library of arcane scrolls, and she is also needing friends. And you get the inclination when you see her this time that she kind of wants to hang out, outside of work with you guys and talk arcane things. And it's so boring here because people just want us to send, messages for them. And she says, I mean, I understand it's our duty, it's our job, but I mean, I just get kind of tired of, the business. Anyway, and if you come across any interesting magic, of course, I personally would be interested in paying, maybe on the side, to copy some spells, if you're ever interested. But what are you here for? What do you want?
We need you, I'm sorry, to send a message to Corin Del Marco on behalf of the people that saved him at the lightning rail in Sharn.
Oh, okay. Sure. I can do that, no problem. I can speak on your behalf and contact him immediately. Do you want to write down what you would like to have said, please? And she offers you a bit of parchment.
That's right, we only have 25 words.
25 words exactly, and they will be able to reply with the same amount.
Index pulls out one of the rolls of paper he has, and his right hand separates, and he grabs like 3 different quills and is waiting to dictate Phoenix's message.
Because we have to put like a little intro on it, like we are the people that saved you, but we were like, I don't know, Del Marco, remember us, haha.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It kind of works.
So we want to speak to him, or to get to speak to his boss? Is that what we're trying to do?
We're trying to get, we're trying to get the Bormars in contact with the Bilge Rats.
Okay.
And then playing a long game after that.
This is not
Well, we gotta try.
Yeah.
What about like?
This work better if it was, just from the perspective of Crepitus sending it, rather than us as a group.
Sure.
I can do it. So, I'll just say like, I saved your life at the railroad. Railroad's one word.
Yes.
Can't you get me in contact with your boss? I have a proposition.
And then you have 5 more words after that.
We need
You
some
want
help or something.
Should I just
We
put?
need some
From-
help or.
We need some help.
We need assistance,
We need assistance.
We need assistance.
and then I can put from Crepitus.
Aha. There you go.
So, Emmeline, she tells you that the standard price for this is 10 gold per spell level, so that would be 30 gold per sending. But she tells you, but I really think that we should, try to think about ourselves as friends. That I don't want to be too forward, but I could knock 10 gold off of each sending if you're able to get some magic spells for me, or I like you guys, Anyway, so 20 gold. If this is what you want, I'll send it now. Who's paying 20 gold?
I'll do it.
I turned to Chantal and reached into his pocket.
Look at the wallet.
20 gold.
Yep, I'm a fucking wallet, man.
Thanks,
Mr.
Dad.
Moneybags.
Thanks, wallet.
20 gold.
Wallet.
All right. Ameline sends the spell using your vernacular. And a little bit later, after she seems to drift, while she's in the process of casting the spell and waiting for the reply, she grabs a feather in her hand and turns the parchment over for you and just holds the edge of the feather, the tip, toward her temple. She goes, "Oh, here it is. And the script appears on the parchment as she magically sort of transcribes what she's hearing into a written word on the parchment for you. And it basically translates as when Corin Del Marco writes you back and he says, "Hey, of course I remember you. You saved my life. I owe you big time. You want to talk to my boss? I can try to make an arrangement. Where are you?" She says, "That's it. That's all I got."
Well, I guess I will. I'll respond with, "We are in Stormreach. Tell your boss it is a business proposition. But we will require help." And then
Just like
that's
8
just
more
that.
words. But you got okay.
Just that.
We have a business proposition. We require help.
And we're in Stormreach.
And we're in Stormreach.
She comes back. Damn. Xen'drik. You get around. Sure. You might be contacted through magical means first. I'll do what I can.
All right.
Stay
I
cool.
don't think we need. I don't think we need to send him a message.
Lesson received.
So am I just gonna get a fucking like randomly?
You're gonna get a
Probably.
something
Yeah,
follow
probably. Yeah.
in the middle of combat, no less.
As
gonna
time
get a
zones work,
Vecna curse?
you're actually like pretty close in terms of like sunlight, daylight hours with Sharn. Actually, you're just kind of south of them, so yeah, it's not like you're on the opposite side of the planet.
Nice.
Seems like message was received, she says. So, what's next for you all?
I think we should go talk to Kartha, and I can say we're in the I've made some progress.
Okay.
You know what? I'm echoing.
Yeah, no, sorry. I said not you're echoing. I said that guy.
Oh yeah.
Who's this Kartha? She says, like leaning onto the counter, listening in.
He's my uncle. And then I want to walk away because she doesn't need to hear this.
Oh
Right.
man.
Okay. All right.
Man,
Well,
I'll keep talking to her for a little bit. Just
Okay, you can, Phoenix, you can talk to her. You can
Alright, sure.
flirt with
I was
the
just
male
about
lady.
to have some tea. So do tell, what are you doing? I understand you were here. I did see that you did quite well in the Red Ring. Not really.
I travel for work.
Yeah, I'm on a business trip.
not really my style. But yeah. What are you up to?
I'm gonna do my best to bullshit about, well, not bullshit, but basically like inflate like the shit that we did yesterday, where we went up into the sky, we flew like an ancient dinosaur creature that was the druid that's like right outside.
That was you.
We ran up there. We had like killed a bunch of constructs. I was able to like use some badass magic to send a flying beast back to where it came from.
That was you.
Yes, it was.
Oh, well, I mean, I suppose you don't want to hang out with me then. You guys are pretty important. I'm sure you don't have a lot of time, but if you are interested, I'm off work at sundown. Maybe we could meet somewhere, chat, talk magic.
Zim.
Yeah, I'll hang out with you, but I can't talk magic. I don't know shit about it, man.
We're staying at the ship's cat.
You know, you've said that.
Are you giving her a room key too? Jesus.
You've said that twice now, but you've got the mark that it dictates
Yeah, but
at
that's
least.
like inherent. You know, like I can do some magic stuff, but it's like when I'm around these two, and I pointed Phoenix and Index, and even
She says-
Nebula, it's like,
Honey, as she says, you're talking inherited, and she starts to unbutton her blouse,
Let's go.
and she like pulls down the right side, and you can see she has House Civis. She has the mark as well, the tattoo. She's like, a lot of us were born with this. It doesn't mean we know nothing of magic. Don't sell yourself short.
thanks, Queen. That makes me feel a lot better about myself.
I mean, I would imagine with Orion, at very least, you could Misty Step or something, right?
Oh, I got some moves.
All right,
Stay
I thought
moving.
so. I thought so. Binding elementals, maybe not yet.
Ooh, oh,
Maybe in the
probably not.
future. We'll see. Well, good luck to all of you. Thanks. Yeah, I'll find you. Where are you staying?
Ship's cat.
Ship's cat. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'll come by after work. Maybe I'll see you there.
All right.
Sweet.
Jeez, now I gotta deal with this.
Where do you go
Anyway,
now? Where was
Crepitus, you gotta
Crepitus
remind you
walking
how-
off to? Sorry, what were you saying?
Go ahead, Crepitus.
Okay.
anyway, now that Phoenix has a date tonight, we should go talk to Kartha and tell him that we got some stuffs in the works, and maybe we can get him to help us too. We can be like, I got some shit going on. I need your help, and I'll make the connection. Can we have any way to confirm? Like, do we have they're handwritten notes, right? Do we have them physically? The
I
parchment.
mean, it's all word of mouth, isn't it? Or does it magically go away?
Well, because I had to write it on parchment, right? So don't I have
At House Civis?
Uh-huh.
where we just were? Don't
She
I
says,
like
yeah,
have
you-
the letters?
She was
you
she was
can
doing
take
the
it
cool
if you
thing where
want.
she like pulled words from her.
Yeah, because
To write it.
and then she said that she pulled the words and wrote them down, right?
It's written
So
down.
can I take those
Sure.
and then bring it to Kartha and be like, here's proof that we're getting stuff in the works?
Can if you want to.
I would like to do that. But then we can ask Kartha if he has any like people he can sacrifice, not the word, but maybe lend to us.
Jesus, man.
I'm trying to get shit done, bro.
I like that.
We also have an
vernacular,
Aurum
bro.
meeting at 12 o'clock. So.
I wonder if you have large amounts of people you could sacrifice. I mean, contribute. I mean.
He's got all these rats, dude.
So, are you bringing your whole group with you to meet with Kartha down in the sewers to meet with the bilge rats, or are you going there by yourself, Crepitus?
Will they let them in? The rest of us?
They let us in before, but I don't know if I want to go back there.
If you don't want to go back there, you don't have to. But it's up to you.
Rep, do you think it would help if we were there? Do you want us there, or do you want to do it alone? That's up to you. If you think it'd be better alone, maybe it's a little more private.
I
But if
mean,
you want backup.
I don't know. It's your call. If you, I guess having more people is better, but you
I
know.
would like to not get all fucking smelly this early in the morning, but
All
Do
right,
you think
well,
they'd be okay with you bringing a bunch of strangers again for like business like this?
probably maybe not? I don't know.
it also kind of looks better if you're alone. Because you're like, hey, we
Yeah,
need help,
go
and
by
then like you've got
yourself.
the beefies
All right,
behind
fine.
you.
I'll go by myself.
Yeah.
I got one dimension door to save me.
Yeah.
Remember, you can pass through walls, so you can go up if you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
500
what
Well,
feet.
do I have to like think of the place I want to go? Is that how
Pretty
it
much.
works?
I think it's a point you choose. I don't think it has to be a point you see.
All right. So I guess I'll go down there to talk to Kartha.
Excellent.
And
So I'm gonna
I'll plan on meeting you guys at that meeting point.
We're
because if it takes that long.
we're gonna see if you can get through with all of your gear unobstructed without having to basically bribe your way through. So persuasion or intimidation?
I gotta do intimidation.
Oh no.
Set the fucking line.
Hey, all right. Yeah, no one wants to fuck with you. As you're like armed to the teeth, you got magic items. You're a pretty big deal. Though they claim that the red ring is like not their thing, everybody knows when new group in town is kicking ass, and they've heard of you. You're able to gain audience with Kartha.
I'd like to go to Kartha. I said, so we took your tip to go with the. Where did we at? Where's the? I keep calling it the Cloud Place. What's the actual name?
What?
Where we went up in the clouds.
The Cloud Town?
Is that what it's called?
Oh, you're talking about the floating islands?
Because he's
Over
the one that
floating
told
islands.
he's the one that told us that that's probably where Armando might have been. That's
He
the
did-
whole reason we went up there.
He did say that the Eric Hawker lately were teaming up with
Yeah.
the Titans. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so I'll tell him that we took his tip and we went up there and we didn't find our friend. But after going up there, we know where he is. So I might need some help going to get him. And I show him the letters. I say, I'm working on getting you an audience with Bolmar.
All right. Made some progress. Nice. I appreciate it. Doing some legwork. Nice. Now, I will at some point need to have communication to ensure certain things are done. Are you asking for a cut in this deal?
I need people. I don't need money.
You need people. Oh.
Yes. And you seem to have a good connection of people that are able to fight.
Let me get this right. You're planning on taking on the Arakocra?
We've already killed one, and I'll take out the feather.
That's no Arakocra feather.
Oh, what do we kill then?
Ooh, we killed the
Looks like a big bird to me.
That was a rock.
Oh,
Not just a stupid.
never
bird.
mind. Wait, what did we kill though?
It was a rock.
rock.
It was a bird.
A rock bird?
ROC.
ROC, not ROCK.
Oh.
You,
Thank you.
yeah. You killed a very powerful creature. An
Well, then I'll say that.
awakened rock. Yeah.
Then I'll say.
I'd
well,
say
we
you,
killed bigger
you
or
would know
something
that
like
for sure. Yeah. Fine. Impressive. Many against one. However, their numbers are nothing to take lightly. And you're asking the Bildrats to leave our sanctity, our stronghold, and climb? Be flown? How, pray tell, do you expect for the Bildrats to contend with flying opponents?
We may have transportation for them, and we have ways of fighting in the air. Leave that to me. I just need your word that if I ever need people, you can provide.
Walk with me. It's been a while since I've been out. He stands up and he begins to leave the sewers. And as you walk and talk, he tells you a little bit more about his own history and about why the Bildrats stay below. No one fucks with us down there, do you understand? It's our territory when we're down there. It's when we spend too much time up top, draw too much attention to ourselves. We don't want a lot of attention, you understand? Things get dangerous. You draw a lot of attention to yourself. And now as you're walking through the streets and the alleyways, he gets to a point, and you walk on what seems to be a hill, like a rocky hill. But then when you get to the top of it, he stops. He says, "There are people who are afraid to stand where we are now." And he kicks a bit of the dirt and the moss aside, and you can see it's an eye. You're on a giant-sized statue, but it's laying down sideways. You're on the head. And this entire building is kind of built on top of this downed giant statue. He says, there's a lot of taboo in this town. And he points, and you can see from here the cliff on the far west side of Stormreach. I personally have no interest in trying to climb up to where those birds call home. But if you could maybe bring them down, then we would be a little bit more helpful. Perhaps on top of that cliff we could be helpful. But unless you're planning some sort of massive exodus of rats in the air, not sure how we can help you otherwise.
I take his advice and I think, do you have any way that we can stay in direct contact where I can still talk to you, but I don't have to come to you? Is there any way we can do that? Something like that?
The best I can offer you is a messenger.
So if we can either get you up there without you climbing or bring them down here, you're willing to help.
How many are you asking for? Let's talk numbers, Crepitus.
As many as you're willing to provide, because we'll need all the help we can get.
Our numbers are growing. And we probably have some recruits who need to prove themselves. I don't know that I could offer you the best of the best, but if you're just looking for numbers, I could probably offer you 50, 60.
That would be fine. Also, I would like to bring up, remember that girl that we left in your care? You could also train her up. She's fought with us before, and I'd be willing to fight by her side again.
You think you can fly 50 plus up there? Points to the cliff again.
I think I can talk to the rest of my team and we can figure out a way to either get you up there or bring them down. I don't think you'll have to do any climbing.
All right. I will await further instructions. Meanwhile, I'll begin recruiting.
Where can I find this messenger if needed?
Reaches into his pocket. It's a rat. He said, I have a few very close to me. Please take care of them. They can bring a small message. Hands you the rat. Its claws a little bit sharp in your hands. Probably not used to handling animals. I don't know. Make an animal handling check, Crepitus. You take 1 point of piercing damage as it bites you because you're not holding it properly. But then after a minute, you get the hang of it.
Okay. I'll put him in one of my many pockets, but I'll leave his little head out. Yeah.
It says a short message, maybe a sentence or two. I'll be able to get it back to me.
That's perfect. Thank you for the meeting. I'll be in contact and wait for my signal.
Thank you for making contact. I look forward to supplanting the Boromar here and maybe even sharing resources, perhaps.
And then I'll go on my way. So I'll go back to us and I'll explain everything that was said. And then I'll bring up the dilemma of we're only going to get help if either we can somehow transport them up to the Aarakocra or get all the Aarakocra down to them. So do you guys have any idea of how to do that, or what we might be able to do? And I'll say, like, you know, we can get up to 50, 60 people if we're able to do this.
I think bringing them down is going to be easier than getting everyone up.
Right, that's what I was thinking too, but I don't know enough about the Aarakocra to, like...
I have a couple of things that I think can fly faster than them. So I think if we wanted to do something that would catch their attention and lure them somewhere, then we could. But there's no guarantee that all of them are going to follow. They might send like a couple people.
I had an idea. Can't, I believe, Phoenix disguise himself as other people?
Disguise self, if that's what you're on about.
What if you disguised yourself as Armando down on the ground, made a distraction, made it seem like he escaped, and then they would, you know, be like, "Oh shit."
Could potentially work.
That's the only thing.
I would have to know, but I'm going to be safe most of the way through because I don't.
Well, we'll be right there. I mean, because
yeah.
I don't know, we have other ways of hiding ourselves, and if we can, you know.
Yeah.
So that was one idea I had. Also, I know Naila is good at talking to animals and stuff, and she has like a charm, I believe. Is that correct?
Are you talking about charm person?
Can't you charm someone to do something you want?
Yes, and then I
So-
do speak to animals.
Right. So what if we did a combination of the two? You disguise yourself as Armando, and then we can get Naila up there and just charm one person who looks kind of in charge and be like, "Hey, I got a tip that Armando's down there. We should go get him." And maybe, and then on top of that, someone else could sneak in and get the real Armando. I think it's a foolproof plan.
As long as everyone on the ground is, you know, taken care of.
And then I'll show them the little rat. I say, I have 50 people at the ready. I'll show them the little rat.
I think you're the best person to go up and break out Armando, though, because you can get him out of bindings. You can make your way into doors and stuff.
And then once I get him, I can just dimension door back to the ground or something.
I can summon a dragon and fly you guys up there. She can charm one of them, and then the two of you could sneak further into the compound and try and find homeboy.
And then you guys on the
And then, like-
ground with the rest of the rats.
Yeah, Chantal could kind of like be bodyguard just in case, and then I'll be the limo driver once we need to skedaddle.
Now this doesn't have to happen now because we have this meeting, but that's just what I was thinking. So
Yeah.
when whenever this wants to be done.
I have an idea, but it's gonna take like 5 spells, but it'll be cool.
Let's hear it.
Hey, just with this plan, we'll do like hallucinatory terrain to like make a nice area where like we kind of like funnel them in, or like make them seem like we have to funnel in or something. We use disguise self to make me look like Armando. And then I could either use greater invisibility to help Creptus, or I could use mislead to kind of put me in a better position.
That would be good. You don't need to worry about us. We'll be up there sneaking. I think me and
Well, as long
Naila
as
will
all
be
of them
fine.
yeah. But mislead, for those that don't know, it allows me to make I become invisible, and then a double comes out that appears just like I am.
Yeah.
And then it lasts for the duration. The invisibility lasts for the duration. And I can move the illusory double.
So is mislead concentration?
Mislead is the only concentration spell in that list of spells that I talked about. And greater invisibility is the other concentration spell if you use that instead.
I like the idea of mislead.
It's very
That allows more
free
people to
spell.
sort of cover their
Well, the spells that have
their
chance.
entrance. Yeah.
So yeah, just
Sounds good.
whenever we want to execute this plan, let me know. I'll send a message, and I'm assuming we can't do it right now. We probably need to wait at least a day or two, probably. But
Not necessarily like a day, unless we need a day to prepare. But
well, yeah, I don't know what spells you guys need or whatever. And
I mean,
maybe
I can do
don't
okay
know
with
if
what
we,
I have.
Need to go shopping. I don't know if like Naila needs anything, or I don't know if
Negative.
Chantal.
I
If
guess
you're
we
getting
talk
your
to
staff
the-
fixed, right?
To the Aurum.
I already
Oh, yeah,
got
the
it.
staff.
Anyway, so
Isn't
that's
there
what I
something
was.
else coming on day 5? What else is coming on day 5?
I have
Just got
everything.
all of his shit, and then I got my stuff.
Is anyone waiting for anything? Or no?
Me and Index are now waiting for things because you said it.
Yes.
You are waiting for things.
Yes.
Yes, we are both waiting for something. I'm waiting.
So we could
for-
wait till those come in, and then we could do it.
We don't have to wait that long. Mine's not
Oh.
that important.
Okay, well, I
Could
don't mind
legitimately just do this later today, depending on how this meeting
It's
goes.
kind of what I was thinking. To be
All right,
honest.
if you want to do that, that's good too. I like that.
Not
We'll have to
forget
play
that
it by
we have
ear to
some
see
time
what
for
happens
Rats
during the meeting.
to join.
Hmm.
I believe that from Brett Crepitus's retelling that what's his face needs to talk to Rats. So I don't know how much time that's going to take.
Probably only needs, I don't know, I would assume 30 minutes, right?
To get all of his guys like ready and in the same place. Nah, that's like a couple hours. We need to give him some prep time.
Okay.
Let's meet with the Aurum. Let's meet with what's his name? What's your
Yeah.
name? Joris. Okay,
All right. You go as a group, take a little bit of time perhaps to do some planning, some brainstorming, and you find your way to this Jairus Kantar, his sort of small chapter house. Now, Stormhaven is a section of Stormreach, and it's definitely more like I don't want to call it high rent, but it's the nicer section that's close to the docks, and you are escorted by some of the guard, and before long you're introduced to Jairus Kantar. But there's no false pretense about the fact that you are being watched. There are both martial and arcane bodyguards. Make an insight check, everybody, as you are brought into this chapter house. Yeah, Crepitus and Chantal. You start doing the numbers, kind of start looking around, just, sizing up if things get rough, if things go and turn hostile. This would be a bad situation for you, just in terms of the numbers. Depending on how destructive you want to be, you are in a nice part of town. There's a lot of public nearby. It's not super private. You're in a large open space, and this individual named Jairus Kantar is quite outspoken. He says, look what we have. We have the Shadow Syndicate. They came to see us. Hello. I'm Jairus Kantar. As you all look at him with that insight, I'd say everybody picks up on it, except for some reason Phoenix and Index just weren't paying attention. Platinum rings on the fingers, which tells you he's in the Platinum Concord, high level of the Aurum. And he says, I suppose you know a little about me, and it's obvious I know a little about you. Know how to find you. So, how much of Astreus have you found so far?
Said we had any.
What the hell are you talking about?
We don't have to play games. And it's very likely that floating island that you have out there is where some of it is probably kept. I just wanted to be open, let you know what I know, and hopefully you'll let me know what you know. I can tell you now that the Aurum is currently in possession of 2 pieces of Astreus.
Can I do an intimidation check?
In what way? What are you doing, Crepitus?
I want to say to him, I just fucking had it. I just want to say, if you were smart, you'd tell us what you know about Astreus.
Fine. You want to know what I know? Astreus is really old. Nobody really knows what it does. I suspect you've learned a little bit. From what I've heard, it's from an older age. The things seem to be rather big, so probably giants made it. It's beyond cost. Can't even be appraised, from what I find. People are ignorantly calling it an artifact, but something more, I believe. Very little is known. I'm not really a researcher. I'm good at acquiring things. I'm the money man, if you know what I'm saying.
Where did you find the pieces?
I'm all done answering your questions. You're gonna answer some of mine. You're my guests here for now. So
We have 2 pieces of Astraeus currently in our possession.
Bro!
all right. I suppose introductions are in order, and I should have us get some drinks here while we're at it.
Please.
He snaps his fingers. Some people bring out some grain alcohol. Start pouring drinks. He says, 2, huh? All right, well, you know my name. I know your collective name. If you want, you can tell me a little bit about yourselves. What is your name? He's pointing to you, Chantal.
Name is Chantal.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is that-
I have nothing to really tell you about
Is
myself.
that House Orion that I see? You have the
Yeah,
mark.
it is.
All
It
right.
is.
So, tell me, do you share this information with your house? Your acquisition of these, up till now, very secret things? The Astraeus?
A lot. It's realistically nobody's business but ours, and well, yours now. So no, we haven't been really telling anyone.
I have to tell you, you've got some big cojones to be going after something like this. This is not small potatoes. We're talking very powerful entities that are looking for this.
You're looking at very powerful entities right now, and it's I don't think that we actually have a very different goal. To be honest with you, we just don't want this to get into the wrong hands. That's the main reason we're trying to get our hands on it. And to be honest with you, we don't really know much of what the Aurum is trying to do with it. It makes me reluctant to share information with you, and I would like to hear a little bit about what you guys are trying to do with the Strays.
I
Maybe we
mean-
can come to some agreement.
All right, well, the acquisition of things is where we're in similar, I believe, paths. We both want it. There are others who are chasing ghosts. The things have already been discovered and found and moved by the time they just learn about this thing. What the Aurum is interested in is putting it together, learning its secrets, discovery of something very powerful, potentially. Tell me, what is, besides keeping it away from those who might use it for negative purposes, what are you really wanting to do with this thing?
I mean, assembling it would be cool, but we don't know what it does. We know as much. You probably know more than us about it, to be honest with you.
Like I said, I personally know very little, but
Do I think he's lying? Do I think he knows more?
You're
than he's
eyeing
letting
him.
on?
You're eyeing him up and down. Go ahead. You can roll an insight check. Hard to read him, but he's talking in a large kind of warehouse area. There's easily a dozen or more people who are overhearing this conversation that you guys are having. You're not alone. So whatever he's saying out loud, whatever you're saying out loud, there are many ears that are hearing it. He's very confident. You're definitely getting that from you. He summons over a couple of mooks who are rolling these large crates. And they seem to be like already prepared for what to do when this point of the conversation comes up. Take out crowbars and start popping open crates. He says, I'm prepared to negotiate. If you're interested in selling, we're interested
These
in
items.
acquiring.
They are not for sale. I will tell you right now, our pieces of Stratus are not for sale.
How are we even going to assemble it? You don't have all the
Everything,
pieces.
everything is for sale. Information, people, things, family. And now he looks at you, Chantal, and he says, temples. Those are all things that could be bought and sold easily.
I agree.
How do we know he's not lying, that he has the pieces?
We don't. Where did you find your pieces of the strays, if you don't mind me asking?
I do mind you asking. Actually, I don't mind you asking. That's information that I am not going to share.
And it's not for sale either, is it?
Are you
So you
offering
got-
to buy what the Aurum has?
Just information,
Ah,
but yes.
information. All right. Well, maybe we can talk a little bit about that, because I don't think it's a surprise that you found yourselves in Xen'drik, looking for perhaps an X on a map. I wouldn't doubt.
Well, currently we have other problems, but yeah, there might be something we're looking for.
I can tell you would not be the first coming here and looking for something like that, using a map with a mysterious X on it, I imagine.
Can we kill this guy?
No, we cannot kill this guy.
Don't speak.
So what's the game here, man? What do you
What's
you know
the end
what
game?
you know what we're here for? You have money.
You work
Yeah.
for the Clifftop Adventurers Guild, huh?
Not anymore.
Yes, well, we do work for him.
Not anymore.
They've been sticking their noses around where it probably shouldn't be. There's another group of hotshots seem to take themselves quite seriously, and they're leaving a trail as well. And it smells like Clifftop Adventurer Guild business. Don't suppose you're familiar with the Iron Seekers?
Oh my god. Sorry.
They're making a
Yes,
whole
we
lot of
heard of them.
noise.
They're no threat.
They've ruined not one, but 2 facilities so far. Being owned and operated by friends of the Aurum. It's quite costly. A lot of research has been manipulated and lost.
That's a shame, isn't it?
It would be a shame if people you care about started going up missing, or perhaps people started to flex in ways that made you uncomfortable, made life difficult for you. These are things that I personally don't do, but I cannot guarantee your safety if you continue to flex against the Aurum.
Be honest, we haven't really considered the Aurum any kind of problem for a very reasonable amount of time now.
You're not a threat to us, and we're not scared.
We're really not that scared, but at the same time, you know, I kind of just don't like. I kind of also don't think we need to necessarily be on opposite sides of the spectrum. We just need to. We need to be more open. You guys need to be more open with us, because you guys certainly have the manpower.
And you seem to have a little bit of an advantage in the acquisition of things. You seem to get around pretty quickly. And,
Isn't that kind of embarrassing that some of the richest people in the world are slower than us?
You are a curious device, aren't you?
Don't look at him like that.
Embarrassing. Yeah, maybe. Nobody likes to lose, right? We all want to win if we can. You've definitely drawn some attention. I'll give you that. How about this? if you wish to work together, we can be negotiated. But it does seem like if your goal is to put something together and make it complete, you're not going to be able to do that without the Aurum's assistance.
I just wanted to say thank you for collecting the pieces we couldn't, and we'll collect them when we're ready. So you keep doing your job, and when we want the rest of the pieces, we'll come get them. Don't worry.
I cast message to Cryptus, and I'm like, hey, yo, didn't we want this guy's help with like all the birds that we have to deal with?
No, we'll find a way. Wait, why do we want this guy's help? This guy.
We talked about it being a possibility.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, well, we don't need. We just figured out we don't need his help.
No, he's kind of.
That's a lot of birds, though.
Yeah.
I got shooters on deck.
You got fucking rats! You got fucking rats, bro! These motherfuckers are sturdy!
That's like if we can get literally all of them on the ground. That's the situation in which
What
that's
are we gonna
helpful.
say? Yeah, we'll give you our piece if you help us.
No,
kill
we're not
some
giving
birds.
this dickhead anything.
Then how are we
needs
gonna
to-
get them?
we can. Okay.
All right, Your Honor, I'd like to retract my last statement. And I'd like
Your Honor, my client was made.
I was simply going goblin mode for a minute. Phoenix, please take over. I'll take a back seat now.
I'll say that you guys, I'll retcon this, that you said, can we have a minute?
Oh.
You guys go off
Yeah.
and talk amongst yourselves and fight in the corner.
Yeah.
While-
Index is like choking me out with all his little wires.
While he tells them to take those crates away. You guys weren't even interested in looking at what he had to offer, so they send their monetary offerings
Are we still
away.
in this little huddle?
Yeah, you got a minute to talk amongst yourselves.
Chantal, I am about up here with you and revealing fucking secrets that we don't need to be
Fucking
talking
cares?
about.
They know fucking everything. Literally, fuck these guys.
You also
What are they
lied
gonna
about
do?
the number.
Yeah. But
Nice,
still,
get
dude,
in here.
no, I don't
Send
give
you
a
to your
fuck
maker,
about these
Chantal.
guys.
Shut the fuck
I don't give a
up.
fuck about these guys, bro. That being said, we
Do
should
not
probably.
be
we should-
diluting this fucking information. Do you understand?
Dude, we can negotiate. They know so much more than they're putting off right now.
Chantal, I want you to realize that we were dealing with bigger players that do not fucking care about our souls.
My
And right
brother,
now, I'm almost one of them. Please shut the fuck up.
my brother in Christ, they know we have a fucking island turtle with a piece of Astraeus in it, and they've done
They knew
nothing.
It was fucking in it. Shut up.
They fucking know.
They probably are stealing the
They
turtle right
know. Oh my god, probably. It's fucking
New
possible.
rules around the Shadow Syndicate. We keep the fucking key on us at all times.
Yeah, we should have done that the last 3 times we were fucking.
That's 3 times we were there. We've forgotten every single time.
Every single time.
Every single one.
Every
Yeah.
single
Stop
time.
fucking talking about it.
Okay, no, we need to fucking get information out of these assholes.
Chantal, I don't think you fucking understand. We have the upper hand here. They want to fucking build it. We don't know what they want me to do with it. And they can't fucking build it without two
Phoenix,
fucking
they
missing
can
pieces.
fucking kill us literally right now if they want to.
And what are they gonna do?
Bruh.
Fucking go over there and investigate our turtle rock, dog.
No.
We could also.
What do you mean no?
We
The
could
keys
also.
are in the ignition, man.
We could also kill this guy and keep him
Chantal,
quiet.
we're gods.
That wouldn't
Do
be
you
a
not
problem.
understand this?
No.
I would love to
God.
kill this guy.
Oh, I would
We're
also.
not killing
It wouldn't be a problem anymore. I mean, maybe the legal investigation afterward because he's like stupid rich, but
We have soldiers tracked on us, brothers.
it's a hell of a lawsuit. I don't know.
So, Phoenix, what's your plan? What's your plan to get this guy to help?
My plan is that I'm gonna find a way to cast time magic, move back, kill Chantal, and then we never have to fucking deal with the fact that he admitted that we have 2 parts of Astraeus.
Hey, that was not me.
Dude,
So we can get like, oh, we also have 2 parts. Shut the fuck up!
Dude, did
Well-
you want to just sit there going back and forth, just beating around
I wanted
the
to
bush?
leave as soon as he said, "Oh, I'm interested in Astraeus."
Well,
That's obviously
legitimately, I don't think that there's anything of value that we can gain by trading with or doing business with the Aurum. I think that they know a lot, and that means that we should teleport back to Astraeus whenever we can, maybe at the end of today or whatever. We bring the key with us, and then we move Zaratan somewhere where we don't think they know where he is. If we're going to teleport back and forth from the city, we don't need him near the city.
How did they, like,
He's a
how do
mountain.
they know? They know everything though. Like,
Well, imagine that there was a mysterious mountain that was traveling through the seas, and everywhere this mountain stopped, these groups of fuck asses would get off, cause havoc in the nearest
take
town, and then
spaceship
dip.
part.
Yeah.
take spaceship
Yeah.
part. It's just we're gonna get to a point where us and the Aurum are going to be directly clashing, and I think that's okay. But I think, what if the Aurum is honestly on the same page? I think we should hear them out and see what they're trying to actually, unironically, do with Astraeus.
When I heard the dragon say that Astraeus was some type of awful machine that the giants are trying to create, that they had to kill the giants who they taught how to do magic in order to save the world, I think that is when I decided that I was no longer interested in putting this thing together.
Then what are we doing with it?
Keeping it away from those who would do harm to
So we
it.
just run forever? Is that the plan?
Basically.
Is just run forever?
Or we destroy it.
Or do something with it that ensures that no one else finds it. Like, not just scatter it across the continents. Like, send it to another fucking plane or
I
something.
kind of agree with that.
We could destroy
It's
it.
gonna be
too.
so hard
Worse
to
than
do
it already
It might be
is.
hard to destroy, but
It
potentially.
survived on a turtle's stomach. I don't think it's going to be easy to destroy.
It was enough of a problem that they thought that wiping out a race was a viable punishment.
We're gonna
That's kind of what
we're gonna clarify just a little bit of lore. Whatever dark, powerful magic that the giants, way back in the age of giants, were attempting to do, was not necessarily using Astraeus to destroy the world or to create mass genocide. It, however, was something that they had, and in the process of the dragon's destruction of the giant empire, Astraeus was also dismantled and spread across the world, so it couldn't be used by them again. So just to clarify,
not like 100% doomsday, but like
Correct.
they didn't like it still.
I mean,
Nonetheless, this guy wants Astraeus, and that can't be good. So
I don't know, man. I think that we shouldn't rule that possibility out. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't
Dude, he
think
just tried to bribe us to buy the rest of the pieces.
I mean, dude, I don't blame him. It's worth a shot, right? Like,
No, it's
he
not.
had to try.
I mean, sure, he had to try, but
Yeah.
we're
not
not
gonna
going to accept
do that.
any offer.
No.
Okay, so let's tell him no. We walk out of here. I forgot this ever happened.
Well, okay, we should. I mean, we can also ask him for help.
If you want to hear him out, then feel free.
We just did. He
It's just,
offered to bribe
well, it's just,
us.
he's gonna, the thing is, we're gonna walk back over there. I'm gonna say, we need no more information. He's gonna give me some cryptic bullshit, and then it's gonna be, he's just withholding information, or he doesn't know is the problem. We need to go up the ladder further.
How can we tell? Wait. How can we tell if someone's lying? What check is that?
It was insight and index.
We all rolled
already-
it.
He's an influential individual that is probably very charismatic.
I'd say he seems pretty charismatic.
Good at lying.
an insight is not necessarily a guarantee of understanding
truth is,
someone's
though.
Yeah.
intent.
We could
It's
get a
good at
paladin on
reading
our
them,
side.
but there are magical means to determine whether or not someone is telling the truth.
What is it? Zone of truth or something
That
like
would be
that?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cleric and paladin spell.
Did anything pop with Unerring Eye? Did I think I was being deceived when he was
That only
talking?
works for illusions.
No, it also works for any magic designed to deceive your senses.
You didn't feel like you were being enchanted. Didn't feel like there were any magic things at play here.
All right.
So what do you guys reckon we do here? Do we just say fuck him and leave and just deal with this later? Because it is going to come back. Regardless
Regardless
of
when I have access to 9th level spells.
We could see if he could help us deal with people who did matter, people higher up. If we're gonna have to go higher up to know their intentions and get the answers that we want, then we could, under the guise of wanting to work with them, get some contact information for someone a little bit more important.
Yeah, I would like that. I
I
think
guess
that,
I guess if we say we are going to work with him, we might get some information that could be helpful. Maybe he can get us a
Potentially
better
could.
map.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's just say we work with him. We'll deceive him to make him think that we're being truthful, and then we'll have to move on from that.
it's just like if and when we get caught doing that, it's not going to be great.
We'll be
Not
ready.
necessarily
it's
now.
No,
We'll
it's
be
not.
ready.
All right, man.
I'm hoping that by then we won't be in such a crowded place.
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right.
Right.
So you're all done having your little meeting. All right. Well, none of you had anything to drink. I imagine it might be too early for you, or it's
No, it's just about that time, honestly.
all business. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
What's this asshole?
So are you are thinking maybe you could work with us in the future? Or are you interested in making an expedition into the heart of Xen'drik, trying to find a missing piece no one has been able to find yet?
Yes.
If we agree to work with you.
What's up,
If we
Nimbus?
If we agree to work with you, we need to be on the same terms. No more of this cryptic stuff. You need to tell us what you know so that we can work together.
Yeah, we need to talk to someone higher up to see what they're actually want. Unless you know what they're actually going to do with the strays, because we don't want to play cat and mouse with you. There's just no reason to. But unless you guys are fucked.
I mean, the Aurum is in it for the long game. I need you to understand. And things are moving rather quickly, and there are a lot of people that makes very, very nervous when things move very quickly. I've been in this business for a while. I've seen a lot of people just like you. Kind of like a meteor. Yeah? Goes really, really fast, makes a lot of noise, and is really bright, but just burns up. Because they can't take the heat. Just be careful, I suppose. You know how to find me. If you want to go looking, I have resources. I have manpower. I have a lot of, I've got a lot of sway. Not only here.
You have sway with more higher up members of the Aura?
I mean, I am a member of the highest ranking Concord.
So you guys are the highest rank and it's a group decision, more or less. Or is there a single being that's at the top?
Nah. We all have our own interests. We work together collectively for a common goal. But it was nice meeting you all. Even you. He points to Crepitus. And your silent friend. And he looks at Naila. Well, Shadow Syndicate. Stay in touch.
There is actually one more thing, if you don't mind.
Oh, wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Are any of your men mercenaries by chance?
Oh, Bob.
Mercenaries? You mean, hired guns? Sell swords?
Yeah.
No?
Just we had a problem.
I mean, are you looking for some muscle? Is that all you're looking for?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, you know there is a dragon-marked house that specializes in these things. If you've got gold to spend, they have flesh to offer.
Huh.
I
What
wonder
house
if
is
there
this?
was a worse way to put that.
Yeah. What
We
house
gotta
is
get out of
this?
here because I need to tell Phoenix.
Roll a history check, Chantal. So the Mark of Sentinel, you've heard of? That's ways to basic. It's House Deneath. It's ways that they use their like mage armor, protection from arrows, shield of faith, shield, protection from energy, globe of invulnerability. These are marshals whose jurisdiction extend across the borders of the realms. They provide bodyguards to important and wealthy folk. That's a way that you could hire on some high-ranking individuals if you wanted to.
Okay. Do we know if there's an outpost in town? Stormreach?
There is.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Kintar. We'll be in touch. I'm almost certain of it. Paths will cross again at the very least.
Stand up and leave.
All right. You're escorted out. Again, just sort of reinforcing the concept that, you know, this is an important individual you just met with, and getting to him would be a challenge. So it's midday in Stormreach.
Okay. So how are we gonna make a bunch of fried chicken?
Wait, hold on. I would like to tell Phoenix. This guy just blatantly admitted to us that he doesn't have anyone to protect him. He just said he didn't have any muscled or hired guns, so maybe he's not as scary as we thought.
I think he was more saying that his staff were not for sale.
Yeah.
I think he was.
It wasn't just
more
us
like
and him.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of guards. They just weren't for gold.
Index. I mean, we could try House to Neath. I have a lot of money. We can hire people if we need to. At the very least, we can try Crepitus's rat friends, though it seems a little convoluted.
It's fun.
It's kind of funny.
Could we get the what is their name? The Iron Hand, the Iron Fist. What are they called? Involved?
Iron Seekers?
No, not the Seekers.
The
Iron
noobs?
Seekers?
Do you mean
noobs?
the law enforcement guys?
I do mean the law enforcement.
They are the Iron Watch.
Iron Watch. Do you think we could get them involved so that there's some type of like?
They're bitches, aren't they? They're like,
Are they?
they don't give a shit. No, they just let crime happen. They're kind of betas, man.
The humanoids that work for the City Watch, they are just like the face of the law. But the Warforged, I think that's what the Iron Watch, they're actually active. They're, yeah.
I know that you made a good impression. Index. Do you think that you could maybe, even if it is some of the wooden guard or whatever they call themselves?
Yeah.
Do you think you could maybe get some of them involved? Maybe like.
I'm having a hard time imagining how I would express that we need help with this because they aren't breaking any rules right now. We don't have proof that our friend has been kidnapped by them. It would kind of just be a pain of trying to prove to them that, you know, we need their help with this, but it could happen. It could happen.
Couldn't we just like mess with a bunch of their logic centers just to make it seem like they care?
Yeah, we'll call the cops. And
guess
we'll
so.
ask them very nicely to shoot the people that we want,
Yeah.
and we'll just see how it goes
Well,
from there.
Life imitates art, huh?
Exactly.
I mean, we could. It's
I
don't
also
know.
right now we have 60 people on our sides plus
Mhm.
us.
I honestly think that between us and the other 60, we could probably hold our own. Because
it's
that
not
means that we
gonna
have
be-
some big enough distractions that we could take them mostly by surprise.
Want to? Do we want to give it a couple days so we can move, or at least a day so we can move our rock friend? Astreus. His name is.
Oh,
Rock
yeah.
Zeratin.
Zeratin,
That would
thank you.
probably be.
Because
great.
we'd have
We
to.
need to have that key on us.
Because I'd have to teleport there, then we'd
Yeah.
take him however long into the night, and then we teleport back.
It's gonna be-
That sounds good.
I'm kind of spooked of the Armando. Like, we literally know nothing about that. Like, what if guys just getting tortured? I mean, maybe he's just sitting down.
Well, there's
We
no
can
way
try
we can tell
scrying
that.
again tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
he's
the only
protected for a while, so there's no way we can tell for now.
So, anything we want to do in town before we go back to Zeratin? All right.
I think so.
All right, so you're heading out to the Zeratin. Are you teleporting? Are you flying there? What are you doing?
Teleport. teleportation.
Teleportation. So it's instantaneous.
Yep.
All right. You're out on the Zaratan. You moved the Zaratan closer to Zargon's teeth and also, or Shargon's tooth, sorry, and also kind of ordered or suggested that they avoid ships and stay awake. And yeah, so they're out kind of floating around near Shargon's teeth, and yeah, no one has returned and come back out since your last encounter when the curious pirates and merchants were sending crews toward the island, and you guys swooped in on your dragonelles and basically scared them all off. So yeah, you're back at the Zaratan.
All right, where do we want to move him?
Well, the first thing that Phoenix would like to do is he would like to go to the Astraeus.
You're really quiet, Tristan. I don't know if you could.
I
turn
will
up
speak
your-
louder. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
My,
I just can't
my
hear
mic
you.
is as loud as it will go. And
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just a quiet speaker. 'cause
Okay, I couldn't
it's
hear you. Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
by myself. I would like to go to the Astraeus and get the key, toss it at Chantal, and say, "Keep this shit on you at all times."
So when you venture down, it's been
Of course.
a while since you've taken this thing out of its sort of brazier-like half dome housing. When you approach it, you have to enter. It's dark, but you have good vision, or you can cast light if you need to. Once again, entering this module and into the control area that it partially powers. I want you to roll an investigation check as you get close to it.
Sure. I'm kind of good at that. 18.
Okay. When you basically take this thing and move it, take it off of the housing. The orb before was this kind of like an intricate metallic kind of outside, and you recall there was like a crystalline kind of orb that Index had and Chantal had, and those two items fused.
Yes.
Now the outside of this thing is green, and the sort of arcane writings around the outside, there's also sort of an elaborate kind of shape to it.
Is it glowing?
It is. It has a green-like energy. And as you take it off and you hold this thing in your hands as you're investigating it, the energy gets slightly brighter when you take it off of that sort of housing. Take it out of its slot, if you will.
Is it like etched metal, or is it like metal? Is it like now it's kind of like filling in, and like the metal holes makes up the runage?
You rolled an 18 on your investigation. That's pretty good. It looks like a dragon.
Egg? Like
Shape.
a dragon.
Shape. Kind of
Oh, okay.
wrapped around kind of one side and sort of up and over the other. It looks different than it did when you left it there.
Definitely. Okay. Is it hot? Does it glow brighter as I'm taking? Like it glows brighter a little bit, but does it continue to glow? Like
I can show you a picture.
Am I holding a bomb?
No, I wouldn't
That's
say it's not giving you bomb-like feelings.
That's good. That's
It
good.
looks like this.
Oh, that's cool. That's very interesting. All right. So now we have the fully formed key. Now that Astraeus has kind of come back together.
have we seen like were the dragons on it before, or is this the first time we're noticing that?
It's the first time it's looked like this.
This is.
Could
this has-
identify it?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. This has
Well, I imagine it's
implications.
something to do with them bringing them together because they were like separated, and now they're together again.
Yeah.
Because we
Maybe.
saw like a not like a mesh, but like a intricately hollow ball, and then we put the crystal inside of it. And I'm assuming the crystal had some effect on the ball, and now the ball is whole again.
Maybe.
Power
And if it's
supply.
whole, I know we tried to identify a couple of the other pieces with little to no success. But maybe now that it's, like this, it'll be different.
Index, you've read a lot of books. You keen in history.
Yeah. Pretty good history.
Do any of these dragons? I mean, I assume these are the 3 dragons, but do they look like the 3 dragons of the realm?
I'll say Phoenix, looking at this, these are green dragons based on the shape, the direction of the horns, and it looks as though there are 3 of them, sort of like wrapped around, intertwined. And the more you look at this thing, the more you feel like it's evolving. Very, very slowly. It seems to be gradually taking on a more profound look to it. You can still, by looking at this, remember what it looked like before. It's just, it's been changing while you've been away. Are you casting Identify on this?
I am casting Identify.
All right. This is an item that will require attunement. Right now, it is about 10 inches in diameter, but you feel like when it would be used, that it would grow to double in size.
Jesus.
While attuned to this orb, you feel like you could use an action to peer into its depths and speak a command word. And it would grant you some beneficial properties and possibly some detrimental properties. It would allow you to cast some spells with it. Specifically, Cure Wounds at 5th level, Daylight, Death Ward, Scrying, Detect Magic. You also feel like if you were to attune to this item, you might be able to cause the artifact to issue a telepathic call that extends in all directions for 40 miles. Evil dragons within range would feel compelled to come to the orb as soon as possible by the most direct route.
Found a way to get Armando back. I found
Very-
a way to get Armando back.
Very powerful dragons might be able to resist this magic. This is an orb of dragon kind.
We're sending Stormreach sky high, fellas.
Wow.
This just solved almost every problem we've ever had.
Literally every problem. Hey, Jarvis, catch, bitch. Wow.
But this has some strange implications. Why would the giants build a device that specifically calls evil dragons to them? If the dragons are what destroyed the giants, I wonder if this artifact was there, or was put in place specifically to get the giants to get fucked up by the dragons.
Maybe that's
Maybe it
just
was a
landing
gift
on that.
Why would they do
from the
this?
dragons?
I don't know.
Like we know that Asturias is like some type of airship, right? Like what if they wanted
Well, we
to, like,
think it's some
we
kind
think
of
it
ship.
What if they wanted to take all the evil dragons to the Kyber crystals?
Sybaris are the rings.
Varus rings.
Kyber is, inside.
Star
That's
Wars.
the Underdark.
Yeah, they're taking them to Sybaris so they can bring them to Kyber. You know how it is?
Yes.
I don't know. 40 miles? That's impressive.
If you can show me.
Y'all want a power level real quick?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, you don't have to call dragons. You can still use all of this thing's other benefits without calling dragons.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes, while you control the orb, you can use an action to cause
Oh.
air effect to issue a telepathic call. 40 miles.
That's ridiculous.
Well, how far is the Dragon Island? I don't remember the name of.
Very far.
Is it farther?
Like a 7-day travel for
Hella.
Zeraton.
So, what dragons are within 40 miles? I guess
Oh.
anyone.
I don't think we wanna
Although
know.
Phoenix has material to teleport directly onto that beach, I'm pretty sure, don't you? Don't you have like a rock or something from that
I
beach?
don't know how long that works for.
works.
You've been collecting
while.
rocks, man. That's what you've been
Yeah.
doing. Yeah, you've been a collector.
I didn't realize that worked like forever almost or whatever.
So we got a powerful orb that can get dragons. Plus, you have like a bunch of other abilities.
This also doubles as the mission
For what?
keys? Question mark.
I guess
Also,
Well, that's
yes.
what powers it.
anyone who wants to use this thing has to beat the charisma check. Otherwise, they are controlled by the orb.
And you have to attune to it.
I bet that's how it gets people to call for dragons.
Yeah, that's a good.
I bet that's why that exists. Is because if you fail, then it can make you call evil dragons. In a
Yeah,
40-mile
you get
radius.
charmed by the orb. Yeah, that's true.
Well, we don't have any way to separate somebody from the orb. Without,
No, not without dispel magic.
well, wouldn't we need something? Well, I guess dispel magic would. I didn't know.
Well, I also have remove curse if that counts, but if it is not a cursed magic item, then it might not necessarily work.
Would Identify tell us if it was cursed?
No,
No,
Identify would not
sadly.
tell us if it was cursed. I mean, we know that it gives you a minor detrimental property and a major detrimental property.
Pretty bad.
You're
That's
forgetting
fair-
the
that's
two
fairly
minor
cursed.
beneficial properties.
That's pretty fucking cursed. What does
Yeah.
that mean though? Like, what does that actually mean?
I
It
have
mean-
no
it means
fucking
cursed.
idea. I have no idea.
All right.
You know, can breathe fire, gets wings.
Fucking.
You know, can only
Decays.
speak in Draconic. And
Does anyone have access
everyone
to a
hates you.
spell that could make someone's charisma better? Because if we chill here on Zeratin, we have to stay here for a day, right? To go back
A knight, yes.
a night. I mean, someone could attune to this, and in the safety of Zeratin, could try and figure out how this thing actually works, and then if it fails, I can remove curse, or we can knock them out, or do something. But if someone has an ability that can help someone's charisma, we could be more sure.
I might have that. Let me check.
Yeah,
I
if
do
anyone
have
has
an open
enhanced
attune.
ability.
The only people that have an open attunement is you, Jacob, and Crepitus.
Yeah.
Sorry, you, Chantal, not Jacob.
I'm telling you, if I make a charisma check, I don't think I'm passing this
I can
shit.
do okay.
I'm not passing the charisma
I have
check,
this.
but enhance ability is whoever's
I
doing
can
this can
pass
have
a charisma
advantage.
check, but I don't want to.
I'm
Yeah,
cool with
that's
it.
kind of what I figured. Although it
I'm
does
just
allow you
trying
to cast spells.
So if you don't pass it, what any bad things happen to you besides it probably calling the dragon?
it controls
That's better.
you.
Yeah.
It controls you, and you
Ah.
are charmed by the orb for as long as you remain attuned to it.
All right. You have advantage on charisma checks. Nice. Cool, I guess. I mean, fuck it.
No.
Let's
Fuck
do
we
it.
ball?
This
No.
sounds kind of funny.
Yeah.
I want to
Can't
do
go
it.
bad. Yeah,
I
let's
want to do it.
What if we don't have a wave turn to unattune from it?
Well, then fucking
Then
kill
we
me.
hide inside the mountain from all of the evil dragons.
I guess we're power leveling.
Okay, but wait, what about me? Wait, you guys gotta help me.
You die.
I mean, we would
fall off
help
and
you.
die.
It depends.
All right.
Depends how powerful that charm effect is.
Yeah,
Yet,
right.
are you confident that you could beat a DC 15? Even with advantage? Are you confident that you could do that?
Actually, I'm lucky. Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
I can do
Okay.
it. Oh, and also I have wait, is this it's a saving throw? Yeah, sorry, saving throw. I can do it.
It is, or I said charisma check, sure.
I'll be fine. What's the worst that
Wow.
happens? You put me down if it gets bad.
We get attacked by a bunch of evil dragons. That's the worst that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Chantal, I'll
What's
shoot you
your
right in the
actual
fucking
charisma?
head.
Maybe
dude,
you can
I swear.
counter spell.
No.
I don't
It's
think
not
you
a
can like a
spell.
spell.
It's an action of an object.
At least we know that dragon deities such as Tiamat will be unaffected by the call.
Thank God.
Tiamat.
Maybe
You
there
know
won't
what?
even be any dragons within 40 miles.
I'm
mean, that
saying,
one-
unless
middle of
they're
the fucking
on
ocean.
Xen'drik, they're
That
not
one
coming.
guy. Remember that one guy, that one dragon we met on the coastline? Was that an Arcanescent? That was here.
That was on our Arcanist.
That was on
Was that an
Arcanist.
Arcanescent?
The Crystal
yeah.
Dragon?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
one.
no, they're far as fuck,
Arcanescent.
dude.
Alright. Alright, yeah.
That was
that's it.
before the squid.
All right, come on, man.
Ha ha. Yes, it was. So fuck it.
All right, buff
Let's
me
do
up,
it.
mommy.
I hate all of you. Let it be
Nah,
known.
you're fine.
Let it be known.
You're fine.
I'm fine. Oh, well, give me 20 minutes to attune.
This is like fucking. Never mind. Tristan's gonna get mad if I say it.
It is gonna. I mean, this is like Moon Knight. This is like.
Prep,
Moon Knight.
do you have
This
any
is-
string? Not rope, not poop rope, but string, so I can just wear this around my neck.
Does it already have a chain attached to it?
Does it? Does this all have the chain attached
I have
to it?
hempen rope, whatever that is.
Hempen.
Hempen rope.
The chain that was used as like the neck piece that your master monk kept melded into this thing when it morphed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
It's
no longer
morbid.
something that can be worn like a big old bling bling. It's now an orb, and it's now continuing to sort of transmute, change.
Yeah, it's fucking massive too, to be fair. All right. Naila, are you enhancing?
Isn't it Naila's thing to like steal clothing? Doesn't she have like some string or something?
I don't need to wear it.
What does that
It's
even
fucking
mean?
massive.
What? Yeah.
Ayla, you need to
enhancing.
cast enhance ability.
All right.
It's
Yes,
like bowling
I
ball
am.
sized anyway. I don't think you want that around
Does
your
it show
neck.
the DC? It's a DC 15. All right.
It's time. Here we go.
Orb of-
Charisma
Orb of
check.
Tsunami. Oh, I guess. Wait, do I get the major? Do I get the random properties when I attune to it, or when I check?
When you attune to it.
When you attune to this item, you have to spend a short rest with it. When you want to use it, you need to make a charisma check.
All right. All right, run it, I guess.
From the
Yeah,
ship.
it's easy. That's
Okay,
light.
there we
That's
go.
light
All right.
work.
It's
you,
a plus
Naila.
3? That was not.
I'm a
Wow.
gambling man.
God.
Dude.
I know you are. Well, you are not charmed.
Yeah,
I don't believe.
Yeah, I feel something.
He did
As
the
you
snap.
attune to the item and you begin to evoke its power, this item has a sentience about it, and it's not so much a voice that you hear, but there's another mind that you sense, another thought process. And if you didn't have such a strong sense of self, you felt like it could take control if you weren't careful. So what do you want to do with it, Chantal?
Interesting.
What if one of the major detrimental properties is that you actually failed the saving throw?
What do you mean? After I
Did
pass
you get
it?
charmed anyway?
Yeah, I get charmed anyway. It's kind of funny.
You could try and cast a spell through it. See what
alright.
happens.
Yeah. I mean, it has a few. I forgot it has a few spells. Oh.
It has 7 charges, and you can cast
Oh,
any
cool.
of those for a certain
Oh.
number of charges.
We did the scry this morning, right?
Yes. He's still immune.
All right. 1d4 at dawn. Okay.
You can also use an action to cast Detect Magic without using any charges. That's pretty fat.
Ooh, that is nice. All right, let's just play around real quick. I'll cast Daylight inside of Zeratan.
Giving him a goddamn X-ray.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you're sort of, tell me again, this first spell that you're casting?
Daylight.
Daylight, yeah. Activates. And the normal casting of this spell, you have created an incredible amount of light. Now you're inside Zeratan, right? You're kind of, I'm imagining in the nearby area where the Astraeus modules are sort of organized. Cool. This item, while you're using it, you feel like the point that you've chosen, Daylight, is just on. And there's an additional effect with this Daylight spell. While you have this orb on your person and you're inside the light, you feel stronger, sharper, faster. It will last for 1 hour, but while you are within, you have advantage on all attacks and saving throws. Chantal.
Bro.
Jeez.
Hey,
Huh.
that's 8.
And that's a minor benefit.
That's a minor benefit.
I wonder what the major detrimental property is. If advantage on everything is minor.
Is that all?
He's powered up.
Doesn't
Far.
feel bad. Doesn't hurt or anything. It's just very good.
Can I punch you and see what happens?
You cannot punch me. See what happens.
You imagine this with haste, though.
I mean, he's got a pretty decent armor class. You're certainly welcome to try
Good
to
luck.
hit him.
Go ahead.
Crap.
You know, go and try it, Crevice. Go and try it. Try it.
All right, hold on. Where's my tavern brawler, dude? I get advantage of this shit or something.
If he's grappled.
That's an improvised weapon. I'm gonna punch him with advantage.
That's not how that works.
What do I even?
So, Chantal,
Not important.
you are safe from being charmed by this thing for as long as you remain attuned to it.
Oh.
So because you succeeded, on a successful check, you control the orb
Oh.
for as long as you remain attuned to it. On a
See.
failed check, you become charmed by the orb for as long as
That's
you remain attuned to it.
insane.
So
That's
you can just have
insane.
this now.
Jesus. Okay. Cool. I would like to try other things out. Are you trying to hit me? That? Yeah, I don't.
What's
yeah.
your AC right now?
22. my
30.
boost.
Damn, son. What? 30?
Wait, does it boost? I was
No,
gonna say
it's not
boost.
30.
Oh,
Monks are busted, that's all.
That's,
All right.
That's an ultra red dragon. He's
What does
just-
Death Ward do?
I believe it stops him from dying.
Or like gives you advantage on death saves, but I think it's like a drop to 1 hit point instead kind of deal.
And then
I
it's
want to try the Cure
Then it
Wounds, see if it
stops.
has another benefit. I'm scared that there's just going to be a detriment that just
yeah, I
happens.
can't wait for it to actually just take the damage.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
fine.
it's just a 5th level inflict wounds.
Hey, Index, do you care? Do you mind?
Here, hold on. Can I hit myself with one single magic missile?
I think you can
Like do
hit
a
yourself.
D4 force damage to myself?
I think you. Does it say you have to target creatures? Read the spell.
Where is it? There it is. A creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Isn't the base 3?
Yeah, 3 darts. But I can hit myself with just one and like throw the other 2 at trees or something. I guess we're inside Zeratam, so I can throw them at like
There
little fleshy bits that I don't think he's gonna miss. Heal me.
My spleen.
And I'll
Yeah.
charge.
It allows you to cast Cure Wounds, but when it casts it, it's at 5th level. So,
5d8?
that's 5d8
Jesus
plus your
Christ.
spellcasting modifier.
Oh, that's disgusting. It's plus 3, 30. Jesus Christ.
That did it.
Jesus.
Any other weird thing that happens when he casts a spell that would normally happen with Cure Wounds?
Not with Cure Wounds, no. Doesn't seem to have a secondary effect.
Oh, so it changes depending on which spells you cast from it?
Well,
I'm
it's
just-
not one of the minor benefits. It is.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll touch Naila and cast Death Ward on her.
You're down to one charge.
She dies.
When you cast Death Ward on another individual using this orb, it duplicates the spell on yourself.
Hmm,
Okay.
that's fat.
Interesting.
Do I really only have one left?
You used
It's,
you used
It's
one
not 7
for
spells.
daylight.
It's how many charges, yeah.
You used
Right.
3
Oh, they
for
cost
Cure
you, gotcha.
Wounds, and then you used 2 more for Death Ward, so you have 1 left.
I have one left. Okay.
I guess the only other thing you could try is Detect
I'll
Magic.
detect magic. I'll use my actually detect magic.
All right.
wait. So this thing was the key to Astraeus. This is what like how we
Theoretically.
Or
Yeah, you're able to detect magic. You cast the spell, lasts for 10 minutes. It does require your concentration. You don't notice any extra effects.
Alright, thanks, guinea pigs. Appreciate it.
Let's try something. I pull out a platinum, just a platinum coin, and I hold it in front of Chantal. Does he feel greedy?
Always.
Get flashbacks, huh?
Yeah.
It seems like a cheap trick, Chantal. You look at that and you're like, I mean, you like platinum, but you don't feel like an uncontrollable urge to kill Phoenix for it.
Dude, I kind of want to call the dragons. Is that socially
Oh.
acceptable?
All right, that's the flaw.
I mean, like
No.
40 miles,
No.
man.
We gave it to fucking Chantal.
All right, I won't call the fucking dragons. I was just.
Wait, Chantal. One more thing we gotta try. I'm
Alright.
sorry for it, but you gotta stand still for it. Ready?
Sure. Yeah.
Clock him in the shoulder for
Out.
1 damage.
Ow.
Does he get angry?
I don't know, Chantal, do you get angry when Phoenix hits you?
I just say, what the fuck? Dude, you're not gonna tell me you're gonna hit me?
I did.
I thought you were gonna do
Why
some magic or something on
the
me.
fuck would I do magic on you?
Because you said stand still. I don't know. That's like what
What,
magic people
disintegrated? I
say,
could try to
right?
incinerate you.
I mean, I am death warded, so go ahead. I guess.
You want to hold a grenade,
Do
see
it.
if it hurts?
No, I really don't want to hold a grenade in my hand. That doesn't sound like something good. So, well, I guess Big Jade Orb is.
You gotta find out those deficits, brother.
I mean,
It
yeah,
is
well,
kind of
if-
scary that we don't know them.
I don't know how we're gonna know.
Well,
Well,
when
we
you
have a
sleep,
day to
something's gonna
kill.
happen.
Yeah.
How about you and like either Naila or Crepitus? Why don't you guys have like a quick sparring match real quick and see if there's anything that like directly affects?
I'm
That's
down.
what
I don't have
I
any-
said.
I'm down to fight this motherfucker. I'll kill this guy.
2-on-1.
I could summon something for you to fight. I wouldn't even make it fight back. You could
2v1.
just try, and that way we wouldn't hurt two of our allies while having
Well,
this little.
I'm
Sparring
just
thing.
worried that it's maybe every time something's cast through it, there's a chance. I don't know.
RNG.
I don't. Yeah, I can beat something up real quick. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but
Wouldn't
if
hurt
you
to
want,
try.
go ahead.
We should do this outside of Zeraten.
Yeah, probably not.
And I guess I'm going to. Not that one.
Does Chantal look any different? Does he have a tail? Does he have somebody pooping his pants right now?
Make a. You can make a perception check if you like.
Okay.
Do I feel different at all? Do I hear the voice still or anything?
Feel power.
It's not necessarily like a voice that
Oh,
you hear. You
persuasion.
just sense that this
Sense it?
thing, is there's an essence within it. It was probably created and contains the essence of a very powerful being that you are currently drawing power from by using it. Phoenix. Yeah, actually. Now that you look closely.
Come on, Scaly, let's hear it.
As he's maybe rolling up his sleeves, like as he and Crepitus are joking about duking and fighting it out, and maybe Naila's kind of like, why am I in this? I don't know. I don't know if Naila was down to shoot Chantal. You're down. You're down for the throwdown. Okay.
Like both of you.
So they're all stretching. There are a couple of green scales starting to form just behind his left and his right ear.
How do I look? Is there something wrong or what? Why are you looking like that?
Look as ugly as ever, bro.
Remember those Dragonborn on Argonaut?
Oh, I love them. Yeah.
You love them? Well, you might turn into one eventually.
It's not great.
Probably closer to a dragonkin, if I'm going to be honest, but you got some scales behind your ears. Make sure to wash back there.
You got a lisp yet? Is your tongue changing?
Anyone speak Draconic?
Is it tending?
Tongue looks
Yes.
the
Does anyone-
same. Tongue looks the same.
Does anyone
Alright.
speak Draconic just in case?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you speak
I-
Draconic to him? I don't
yes.
think he normally. Wait, he
I mean,
understands
I
that.
do. I understand it.
He understands
Oh.
all forms of communication
speaks
at this
all
point in his monk
languages.
career.
Yes.
Wait, write it down. Write down Draconic. You can't read it.
Oh. Okay.
Is that true?
She writes down, what the fuck are you looking at? What does this say?
Can I read it?
Only if your monk abilities allow you to.
They do not. Okay. Index, tonight when we're sleeping, do you mind just keeping an eye on me, maybe taking first watch and just seeing if anything fucking weird happens?
Sure.
Can you do a chair? All right.
I'm scared, man. I don't know.
Chantal,
Yeah, what's up?
You're the
Do
one
you
that wanted
eat-
to.
like, as a monk, do you eat meat?
I eat meat.
Interesting. Alright.
I don't know if all monks do. I eat meat.
Eventually, you don't have to eat it all. That's
Do you want to eat us?
Do I need to eat still? Yeah, I do eat still.
Voice still requires sustenance.
Man, imagine eating.
All right, hey, okay, real boy.
All right, so we found one minor deficit. Now we got to find the other major deficit, probably.
Could that be a curse, Index, or no?
Would I think that counted as a curse? Growing scales?
You would consider this a minor detrimental property.
Hey, at least it was minor. Could have been way
Well,
worse, man.
not at least it was minor. That means that the other one is worse.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's probably actually detrimental.
All right, Chantal, pull down your pants.
All right.
Oh.
You got your egg
Stick my
bits
hand in
now?
there?
What's going
I
on?
love that. I love that. Like he was ready. He's like,
I want to learn,
Okay.
man. I mean, not in front of everyone, but I'll go with.
Do you
Well,
want me
let's
to give
it
you
a
something
night
to
and see
fight?
what happens when you wake up in the morning. We'll see.
Do you want me to give you something to beat up on?
Yeah,
See if there's anything else going on.
yeah, sure. Let's just-
All right. I will summon a draconic spirit for him to sort of like test out his abilities and stuff on.
all right, cool.
I'm in the target practice, man.
And it's not fighting back.
Not until we, by process of elimination,
All right.
think that.
So Chantal, just describe to us what you do to this dragon spirit. What does it look like, first of all, Index?
This one is we'll make it a chromatic one. So we'll make it a red dragon.
How big is it?
And it is large.
It's
And it's got like flesh hanging off it and there are bones sticking out and its eyes are like this empty, hollow kind of yellow.
Can it fly?
It can fly. It has a fly speed of 60 feet.
Okay. So yeah, this is what has been summoned for you, Chantal. What do you do?
I'll spend the first 3 rounds of combat. I'll use my Eldritch Tattoo as well because I don't really want to. I want to let it all out. I'll let my Eldritch Ball blast at it, and I'll even spend key points on flurries just to kind of simulate as well as I can me being in actual combat.
You beat the shit out of this dragon spirit.
Okay.
And
I'm not trying to kill it.
well, since it's within, are you doing it within the daylight spell that's up for an hour?
No.
Okay. It's normal. You feel like you have your normal faculties about you. You're excited because you have these spells and this orb, but other than that, you don't feel magically enhanced or inhibited as you fight.
Index, let it rip on me if you can.
All right.
For just a
we'll
little bit.
we'll give it a test.
Yeah.
I'll send him through a round or 2 of attacks, which is 2 attacks and a breath weapon on each one.
All right. Chantal, why don't you go ahead and make a few rounds of hits? We'll see how much this dragon spirit can take, and then we'll have the dragon spirit make some attacks against Chantal.
Alright. Oh. Let's go. Ooh.
Mm.
Sorry. I don't know if that hits.
The 16 miss, but everything
16
else.
misses. Okay. Then I'll spend a key point. 2 more. Jesus Christ.
As long as you don't do 80 points of damage, you're fine.
Kind of getting up there already. Then on the next round, I'll hit it. Let's just go twice. That misses. That hits. Should be good still. Spend one more
so
flurry. I'll hit it once. And I'll stop there. I'll save it.
All right. You beat the crap out of this thing in a round and a half. All right. Yeah, I don't have a character sheet set up for you here to roll these, Kai.
No, it's fine. I was doing mental math to see if he killed it in one
It's-
round. But it's still there.
It survives. Yeah.
These are spell attacks, so I'm just gonna roll a couple Ray of Frost.
Ooh, good stuff.
Got back.
Whoops. Well, luckily the dice is low, but it's a d6 plus 9.
Doesn't that roll it right there? Oh, it's additional damage, isn't it?
Well.
Oh, it's not Ray of Frost.
What I rolled
It's
was
not
Ray of Frost.
That's right. Sorry.
So it's 12 points of damage, and then the breath weapon is a DC 18 deck save.
Advantage on all saves. I'll fail the save on purpose.
Okay. Well, with evasion, you would take half anyway.
Sure.
That's another 2d6 fire damage, so 3.
All right. So through this process, as you try out battle and you're testing your abilities, and this is no different. As you take damage, you don't feel anything besides pain. Yeah. You could even try sparring with your friends and trying things out. You're not finding any negative effects or disabilities here.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, thank you, Index.
Guess it can't be too bad, right?
I mean, I'm gonna turn into a lizard, but that's neither here nor there.
Maybe being a lizard's cool.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not necessarily totally opposed. We'll see what happens.
You'll finally get dark.
All right, so are you wearing it like a necklace? Did you ever find it?
No, it's just
It's
in my pocket. It's not gonna fit. in
It's
my
this
10
big.
inches in
Yeah.
diameter. It's that
So
big.
where is it on you, on your person?
It's a good question.
I don't think it has to be. No.
I mean, you're
I
a
also
monk,
think
man.
that's-
You can like hold the thing like while you're like punching and like
I'll
throw it
hold
in the
while
air.
I punch. Yeah, I was about to say, I'll just
Catch
toss
the
it
thing.
back
Yeah.
when I go for the left hook. That's fine.
Can anybody
Before-
whistle the Globetrotters? You know, because he's like, anyway. I don't know.
But before he does, can I try to sleight of hand it away from him and see if anything happens? The orb?
I mean, you want to try to take it away from him?
Yes. I want to see if anything happens.
Sure. This is against his passive perception.
Yeah,
Which is
15
18.
gun.
Yeah. So I'd say do you do this during the fight, like with the dragon spirit?
Sure.
Yeah.
Does anything happen?
You take it away from him.
Hey,
Does he still have
what
his...
the hell, man?
Will not take him very long, because that's a big fucking orb, and the whole point here is to see how it's affecting him and how he can carry it. So you get it away from him after, I'd say, because Chantal's pretty sharp, man. He realizes he doesn't have it. I'd say 6 seconds later.
Nothing happens to him. Nothing happens to me. I'm not hurt.
No.
You did not tune to him.
Can I have my orb back?
Sure. I'll drop it on the ground right in front. Did it crack? Did it
Jesus.
crack when I dropped it?
It's a magic item.
No. While the orb seems just by appearance to be fragile, it's impervious to the kind of damage like a simple drop. It seems this is a magical item, an artifact. Be fairly difficult to destroy.
Alright, well, thanks, I guess. That's something.
No greed. No damage.
Do you
Scales.
mind, Crepitus, tomorrow when we attempt to scry on Armando, could I try the orb to see if it does anything special?
Sure. I'm not attuned to it, so you have to attune to it, but I think you're out of spots.
No,
Oh,
I
the
can.
orb can cast scrying.
I can scry through this.
Oh, sure. I don't care.
We sleeping tonight?
Yeah.
I'll take a watch tonight to make sure nothing
All right.
fucking weird happens to you.
Make a perception check
Yeah.
as everybody falls asleep.
Ta-da! Hey, that's not too bad.
All right.
Be good for +2.
Chantal, where are you all sleeping, by the way? Where? I know you're at the Zaratan. It's
Yeah,
fucking
but, like in
What do we
the
normally?
space
Don't we normally like just sleep in the inside in the hole or whatever?
Yeah. So that.
or outside, up on top in the ruins.
I kind of want to sleep in the ruins, just unironically. That sounds
Yeah, I'm
nice.
sleeping inside, dude. Fuck that. cold outside.
I'll come outside with you.
Cool.
Keep an eye on you.
Chantal, you are unable to sleep while Index is up with you. So during Index's watch, you're attempting, feel tired, worn out.
Oh, jeez.
But you're not able to sleep.
Oh, no shot. You can't sleep, right?
That orb next to you just keeps drawing your attention. This thing is powerful. Your master had this thing and left it to you. It's important, but you just can't sleep. You can't fall asleep. Your mind's busy.
It's fucking bad. Is there something like, is it just the orb, me pondering the orb, is that just keeping me awake?
I don't know. What do you want to do? You're up. It's just you and Index.
I'll like look over at Index. Are you in the vicinity, Index?
Yeah, I'm near you.
I'll like turn over and be like, I haven't even slept. I have not been false.
I've been looking. The only things I have that could help you sleep, I would have to kill you to do it.
Bruh!
That's a classic.
It is.
I have a form of magical sleep.
Bruh.
Yeah, magic fibers.
Make a. I'll let this be kind of like skill based if you want, unless you want to RP it out.
Let me see. All I have is Tinker's Tools, and not a whole lot that I think could help you sleep.
Like, it's just those fucking insects, man. Just be quiet. Still can't sleep. Make an Arcana
Which one,
check.
Toby?
Index. Fuck. Okay. You pick up this orb as you're kind of looking at it, and you and Chantal are talking. He's starting to get tired. Like, you can see he physically needs to sleep, but something's keeping him awake. And sure enough, this fucking orb is keeping him awake. You feel like it's a proximity issue. You've found the major detrimental. While attuned to this item, you cannot sleep while it is within 120 feet of your person.
Well, there
I
you go.
told you I should have taken it.
What
There you
the
go.
fuck is that,
120
man? All right,
Gotta be
later
in the
Index,
next
and I'll
3 rooms
fucking.
over.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll be like, when he says that, I'm just gonna drop it and just run.
You let it roll down the side of the Zeratin.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's like,
I give it to him. I run away. I just go the opposite direction. I'm like, all right, bye. I'm going.
I'm fucking
sleep.
tired.
I'm fucking tired of shit, man.
so you go 120 feet away.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, hey, if you heard me screaming, something.
It's like this weight is lifted off your shoulders. It's like you can breathe, your muscles relax, and you sleep. Second watch. Who do you wake up, Index? Or do you not wake up anybody?
I don't wake anyone up. I was just keeping that to make sure he didn't, like explode or grow
Okay.
a third
All
arm
right.
or.
Like,
You wake up in the morning, everybody, full rested. Long rest. This was day 5.
Ha.
Chantal. Roll for the recharge. Yeah, I was going to say. It's a d4 plus 3. So it gets 6 charges back. How many? Did you use all 7? You
I
did.
used all of them.
You did not.
So it has 6 for
I
today.
did.
You had 1 left.
Oh, you're right. I did have one.
You use
left.
Detect
You're
Magic,
absolutely
I thought, right?
It's
It takes
free.
no action.
Detect
It
Magic
takes
is
no-
free.
Oh, it's free. Oh, that's right. So it has all 7 charges. No more scales. They're holding. Scales
Okay.
that you've got just behind the ears, they haven't increased. There you go. Mudhen has been around. She's hung out with you guys. She's happy to see you. She's been learning how to try to ride the Dragonels while you've been gone. But it's been quiet out on the Zeratan. Otherwise, day 5, guys.
Okay, hey fellas, really cool item, a lot of awesome effects.
Do you want it?
I'm gonna
still?
use it. I'm gonna use it to scry. I cannot fucking live with this thing.
Oh, why not?
Hey man, have you slept before?
yeah. I literally just had the best night's sleep of my life. Why?
I can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
So
I tried to take it from you. You took it back. I tried to
Yeah,
warn
I
you, bro.
wanted that shit, man. It's a shiny
You
green
gave it
orb.
back.
That shit's sick, man.
I knew about it all along.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna use it to scry. I think this is too complicated for me to use. Well, actually, isn't there a point where I don't require sleep? Is that me?
Not requiring sleep does not give you hit points back,
It's pretty cool.
sadly, or key points.
Ugh,
We
that's
could
also-
always just like, I don't know, find a way to keep it.
Yeah,
far
we
enough
should.
away. Like overnight, you could like stick it in the bag or something.
I was thinking
Ooh,
that
does
too.
that work?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I mean, it's
I
technically
don't know
another
how
dimension.
attunement works. Would it sever his attunement if the item went to another plane of existence? Would I know
Yes.
that?
One way to find out.
Fuck.
Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag.
I was gonna scry first.
Yeah, let me scry first, and then I can just try to sleep during a short rest or something.
You slept last night.
Where
You
do you
slept
get
last
sleep?
night, so like you're still okay.
Well, to see if the bag of holding works.
Oh, okay.
Or we could just test
Yeah,
it.
I guess you could try to like take a nap or something. We can test it tonight.
I'll use in the morning. I'll try to scry on.
I like to whisper to Phoenix, be like, "You missed your date at the Cat's Inn or whatever."
Oh, well.
So
We're,
you-
she understood.
Oh
We're
damn,
bigger
she
heroes.
showed up.
You
Never-
fucking
You were
set her
never
up, bro.
there. Didn't even call her nothing.
Well, I don't have sending. She should know that.
Yeah.
she should know that.
I don't got a carrier pigeon. I don't got a cell phone.
The ship's cat lovers break.
Do we want to tell Zaratan to move somewhere else, just in case Aurum know where he is?
Yeah,
Oh, we should have been doing that last night.
yeah, we
Yeah.
probably should.
Yeah. Where would we like him to go?
Back to Sharn. Just kidding.
Why not just fucking out into the sea somewhere? Or like start heading toward whatever continent we think we're gonna want to go to next.
Sharn.
Now probably or back to Port Bear.
Is that really where we're going next? Or I thought we were going to Iron Hell next.
Yeah,
Iron Hell.
that's what I thought.
Bear and that word. Port Bear is close. I just don't know if we need to go back to Port Bear for anything.
Probably not anytime soon.
Well, I wake up to a message from our friend.
You do not receive a message through the night or this morning.
Oh, are we crying? Are we crying, boys? What's
Yeah,
up?
we'll scry while we're heading over. I guess.
Okay. You're trying to hit up Armando again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Oh wait, he failed. DC 17.
That's
Well, that's just his roll. If he's got any wisdom.
What's your spell save? For the scry?
It's 16.
Bro.
Something is something's blocking this divining. Not sure what it is.
And I couldn't try it because he's immune to it now, right?
You couldn't try it now. No. Same problem.
Well, I know we don't have much information, but seems like we still have to do something.
Yeah, we should do it as soon as we can.
Hmm.
Phoenix, when can you take us back?
What do you mean? I can take us back, man.
Do we want to just send Zaratan on his way? We should probably tell Muddin what's going on as well.
Ah,
Just so she knows that she's going to be floating on another continent, potentially. Or we don't have to. I'm just
no, it's probably for the best to let her know.
it's a factor.
I'll ask her this morning. I'll approach Mudhead by myself.
Hi, you got rid of your tail.
I did get rid of my tail. It was pesky.
I thought it might be kind of cool, but okay.
Yeah, I know. But being an elf for as long as I've been an elf, it's hard to try to be something else. Maybe you'll understand older if you ever learn how to polymorph. It's kind of weird.
Is that something I can learn? Is that a
I
polymorph?
mean, maybe you know how to do some magic, don't you? Basic
re-
magic, but you know some magic, don't you?
Not really. You could teach me though, right?
I could try. I know
Okay.
that with the help of Index, I could be a lot better.
Hmm.
We're gonna have to move Zaratan, and I wanted to ask you if you wanted to stay in Xen'drik, or if you wanted to move with us.
You told me I could live here. I
know.
could.
I'm asking. I'm not telling you what you need to do. I'm asking if you would like to stay in Xen'drik, where you were born, or if you'd like to come with us.
Well, I like it here. I feel safe. And I thought you were going to try to find. You were going to find my friends.
We are trying to find your friends. We will try to find your friends. It's just we have some powerful people that are after some of the things that we have in this turtle. And
Okay.
we need to be more cautious about where we put him.
Oh.
And because I now have this ability to appear whenever I want, mostly, he thought it would be a good idea to put him farther away from where we're staying.
Okay. Are
Wouldn't
they?
make you any other under safe?
Are my new friends gonna stay here too? And she's
The Dragonos? Yes, they're
Yeah.
ours. Yes, they will stay on the Zertan.
okay. Okay. I'm getting better at riding. Yeah. Is it okay if I name them? Do you have names for them? Or
I'm trying to deny you ever name them. I don't know if anybody named any. Go ahead and name them.
okay.
It would be nice to have names for our steeds.
Okay. Good. So we're all moving.
We will be going back to Xen'drik for a little bit. We still need to find your friends and do some other business. But the Zeratan will be slowly making it towards Arenal, which is an island that I'll motion to, but it's towards the east from here.
Okay.
So you'll be seeing a lot of sea, and hopefully you'll be safe. It's a moving turtle. Hopefully you can at least wake him up, and then also you've got 4 or 5 dragonels with you. You'll be safe.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your input to make sure that you're okay with all this. I know that's a lot to take in.
Yeah. I hope you're not gone long. I like you guys. I hope that you're not doing something dangerous. Do you need my help?
It's not too dangerous. We're having a lot of people help us in what we're going to do soon.
Okay.
Yes, don't worry.
Okay. Sure. I'll be here. I'll keep Zeratan happy, awake.
All right. I expect names for those dragonels when we come back next.
Okay, you got it.
I will get up and return to my crew and begin to cast teleportation.
Wait, Phoenix?
Yes, hello.
I just wanted to have one little quick mini discussion with the group.
All right.
How are we planning on getting this Zeratan piece out of, Estrellas piece out? And especially if Zeratan is an extra continent away, what is our plan before we commit to this?
I mean, do you have any other idea of how to keep them away from the hands of the Aurum?
No, I don't. But also, I just don't know how we're gonna get Estrellas piece through Syndicate.
It seems almost semi-claimed. I feel like it'd be very hard even if we did have Zeratan here and we found it to get it out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like a very hot button issue between the Aurum having presence here and us wanting it.
Well, they're going to be on the prowl. It's kind of implied that they know
Yes,
the pieces.
And if whoever ends up finding it first is going to be a bit of a hell of a time trying to get it out of here, I guess. Especially if we did it, because we find it, we get Zeratan to come here, we pick it up, or whatever we're going to do with it, drag it out somehow, and then we're going to do it not under the guise of the Aurum. While you say yourself that
Sorry. Can't you cast teleport on objects?
it has to be 10 feet big, I believe.
So you were all kind of putting your heads together and thinking about moving things across or through Xen'drik and whatnot. You have this sort of map. It's not perfect, and as you've been told, because of the Traveler's Curse, this may or may not be accurate. But what is known is that there is a massive waterway that originates from the heart of Xen'drik and empties out into the Thunder Sea. At some points, if you zoom in, this map is to scale. The Hydra is as much as 30 miles or 40 miles wide. At its most narrow, 6 to 10 miles wide. Zaratan is about a mile in diameter.
So we could pull him inland. I don't know how protected that feels. Maybe just moving him's enough. I mean, there are many settlements along the river. We could pick somewhere where no one lives nearby.
What if we just try to send Zaratan here and then we teleport him and it's just right there? Wouldn't that
That's
be
genuinely
insane?
funny as
We
fuck.
could. We could send him forward.
Okay, but isn't the traveler? What if the traveler's curse affects him?
Why would it affect him? He's a
Why wouldn't?
because he's native to the earth.
It's,
Also,
Aren't we all?
wouldn't that dude be there? Because they know all about, Astreus, and they probably know about this piece that we're trying to get. So don't
Yeah,
you
but
think-
nobody's got it because of Traveler's Curse. That was the issue we found out last night because he
Is
has
the
this-
Traveler's Curse by magical means?
probably.
Ask that again, say again.
Is the Traveler's Curse by magical means?
Oh, the Traveler's Curse affects people who aren't from here, but also those that are from here, in that you may travel somewhere and find something, and then come back the next day, and it's not there. You could travel for a week and have just gone in a complete circle, even though you thought you were taking a straight beeline for somewhere else. People will explore a portion of Xen'drik and make very detailed maps of where they find things. Come back later using their maps, and they're inaccurate.
Do
It's,
they know?
it also seems that you could fall asleep while exploring and wake up somewhere else.
Would Natural Explorer overcome this?
No.
Do they know that they're being affected, or they don't know?
Yeah, you don't lose sense of yourself.
Right, but with the Traveler's Curse, can you tell like when it happens, or you're just like, we're in a different place now? Oh shit.
Yeah, there are old magics that affect Xen'drik, and this is definitely a magical anomaly. So I guess kind of a yes to what you were asking, Hunter, but also kind of beyond the scope of a ranger's ability in their favorite terrain, or yeah. There are species here that are impervious to this, and that's the thrycreen, an insect-like humanoid. They seem to be impervious to this effect, which is why a lot of people hire them to be guides through Xen'drik. Supposedly, it's dangerous while you're dreaming.
The only reason I ask is because I have an ability that tells me when somebody's trying to deceive me. So do you think if I was able to, like, if I could tell, hey, it's starting to happen, do you think we could, like, counterspell it or something?
It's possible if you can tell, but this is not a someone who is deceiving you. This is a sort of a large continental magical effect.
Right, but I just sense if magic is being used to deceive me. That's all it is.
Yeah, it could very well be triggered for you.
So I then ask our spellcasters if
There's
I was
nothing I can do to stop the magic of a continent.
yeah, it's not. It can't be dispelled or anything. It's like above. It's just like an
It's
innate
not like magic will be affecting us. It's like, hey, the continent shuffles the deck every once in a while, and there's nothing I can do about that.
So then what are the odds that piece is right there where the X is?
Probably decent.
We don't know. I mean, it feels like the Traveler's Curse would affect it if, say, we stayed overnight and wanted to go back the next day, then it
Well,
could
no,
have
if we
been
got there,
earlier.
we'd take it and get out, obviously.
Probably can't do that in one. I mean, if not a guide, most likely can't do that in one day.
I'm not sure. If we sent Zaratan all the way down that river and then teleported to him and skipped, a week of travel on foot
Yeah, I could see
after we're
that.
done here in Stormreach.
That's
It's kind of
Dude,
handy
this
having
shit's
a landmass that
far.
can move wherever the fuck we want. Yeah, it's far as hell, which is why I think it would be nice if we could send
What if we did both? What if we could hire one of these bugs to go in Zaratan, to guide Zaratan, just in case he does get affected by it?
Because that's trusting a bug with our most treasured possessions and Mudhead.
Well, wait, if Mudhead's in there, we trust her. Maybe if the bug isn't being truthful, they just put the bug or something. I don't know.
I'm loving that you're just calling it the bug. I love it.
Well, I don't know. That's what you said.
I think it'd be worse if adventurers hired a guide, killed the guide when there's a guide that is being wanted for killing 10 adventurers, supposedly.
Oh yeah, the one that takes their fingers. I have the no.
10 fingers.
Yeah, 10 fingers. So I think it might be just as equally bad if a bunch of Chucklefucks that just showed up a week ago was like, hey, Thigh-Creen, how about you go help our rock make it to the fucking place we wanted to go? And if you don't, I'll send a demon child after you in your sleep.
Okay, but
she knows how to ride the dragons, and also she knows how to hide in foliage. Beware.
She knows how to ride the
But
dragons.
also, you want to just send Zaratan into the fucking with no protection. You know what I mean?
He's a mountain.
He low-key do be a mountain.
He's a mountain.
I can teleport to him at any time.
It seems
during
kind
one
of
day.
too
Yeah, exactly.
free.
At any time, we can teleport to him.
It seems
Don't think
kind
anyone
of-
else is gonna hop on. We've been in this situation before.
And
Well,
we're
then
just
how
gonna
about
kill
once
him
a day
again?
I
Word
can
is
cast
spread.
sending and check in with Mudhen. She can be like, hey, this happened. And then if there's a problem, we could teleport to Zaratan.
That's only 2 eyes for a whole mountain.
I could give her one of my settings.
I could also cast sending to Zaratan.
You can't understand him.
True.
No.
No.
Unless you
No,
say
I
it.
could
but
do a crude impression afterward.
Okay.
You can try to translate.
so scuffed.
By the way, I have a
Wait.
setting-
Oh.
What if we went to talk to the dude that I hate when we say, "What do you know about the Traveler's Curse? How are you getting around that?"
What do you mean the guy you
Do we feel like interacting with him
The
again?
guy that we said will help you find the pieces or whatever.
Oh.
The guy we're working with.
I wanted to be very clear in the Shadow Syndicate that if I am given a chance, I'm killing him.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm taking his
100%.
Agreed.
That's
I would go into great lengths if I would.
I
I'm
would-
going to remove his wealth from his possession, and then I'm killing him.
I would
You
go to
understand
Phoenix.
Okay,
Phoenix, I specialize in making these kind of deals where you think that we're friends, but I'm just using you for my benefit.
yeah, you're a gaslighter.
I'm a gaslighter. I will go to this
Okay.
guy. I'll be like, "What do you know about the Traveler's Curse?" Because that's the one we can get the piece, and then maybe he can give us some answers.
Okay, the
And
problem
if you knew
is
about the Traveler's Curse, if you knew how to get past it, you would have it.
he probably knows, dude.
Maybe he's
For
too
all-
scared to go
for
For
get
all
it.
we know, for all we know, he just
Sean
got here
Paul,
today, and he's like,
Please
"Fuck
listen.
this."
When things are happening, when we had a conversation with him,
Yes.
he said nobody has been able to find the piece in Xen'drik.
That's
But what if
cap
we
as
told him we
fuck.
know-
He just
What
lied
do we
to us.
fucking mean?
The
What if
He
he's
Traveler's
lying,
lied,
Curse
bro.
is
You
much
cannot
possible.
trust the snake.
Then what the fuck are we doing sending Zaratan down a river to get lost infinity?
That's what
That's
I'm
what-
saying.
that is not what you're saying.
I'm literally agreeing.
That's
It
not at
sucks.
all what you're
Okay.
saying. You've literally said nothing against this until
I literally,
literally
dude,
right
I literally
now.
was like, what if
We're like, how do I
Zartan's
deal with
affected
it?
by the
What's
curse?
real?
Ah.
No.
I have a 6th level spell with your name on it. Please shut
Anyway.
up.
He needs to go down the river. If it's in there, how else are we gonna get it the fuck out?
We're not sending him down the river, but we
Yes,
don't
we
even
are.
know.
I don't
what
know.
If we
we're
find
doing.
it, what are we doing?
Okay, deadass, what if the piece of Zaratan is this person? Fucking Christ. What if the piece of the Stratus is this big? We don't know. Honestly, we don't know if it's gonna be some massive piece. Like, what if it's like the fucking steering wheel or some shit? You know what I'm
Alright.
saying? Like, that's a valid point, man.
All right,
We don't know shit.
I'm gonna get this talking.
It's the air
We're gonna take
freshener.
turns.
Okay, I'm gonna go. What's the dude's name? Can someone give me his name before I forget it again?
Well, we're not talking to him ever again, so it doesn't. We don't
I'm gonna go talk to him. What's his
We're
name?
not talking to him
No,
ever again,
I'm
so it
not
doesn't
giving
matter.
you his name. I don't want you to talk to him. I'm sorry.
DM. What's his name?
Should
No,
take
that's
better
not
notes, huh?
I didn't write this down.
Jairus Cantar.
Jairus, yeah.
Jairus Cantar. Okay.
When the whole Aurum is literally on our ass cheeks.
Wrong.
Phoenix, I'm looking directly at you and I'm saying fireball them, please. That's fine.
I'll put these icons that are currently not lit up, that individuals that you've met. I'll just make those visible on this Stormreach page for you guys, so you can see them. And hopefully their names are apparent. Can you see Kartha and Jarus down at the bottom?
Yeah, I don't see Kartha's name, but
Oh, Kartha's name's not there. Okay,
I see
I'll make that change
Jarus.
then. And then you also knew Archibald, right? Archie.
Classic.
You knew the Drow, Colas, Gulranok, Armando, and then of course, well, that's who you know. So now, so are there any of these that don't have names besides Kartha? Okay,
The rest are good.
cool. Like Kartha visible. There you go.
okay. I would like to go talk to Jarus and see what I can get out of him. You
So
guys can come or
horrible.
not.
That's
No. I
Phoenix,
will
please.
restrict you from going.
So what do you want to do, Naila?
I
Go
want to
find
never work with
this-
the Aurum
this
ever again
damn
unless
piece.
it is eliminating them from this planet.
So what do you want to do, Naila? Do you want to just send Zeratin down the river?
I think that's the best option right now.
So what happens when we lose our mountain?
Chantal made a good point in that Zeratan very well might be affected by the curse.
When we lose our mountain, we're gonna be kicking ourselves.
Well,
You can always teleport back.
yeah.
We can always teleport. We could not teleport Zeratan.
Right. What happens if somehow he gets stuck
Fa-
on land? Then he has to walk
Phoenix,
across
could
land
we
again.
teleport Zeratan? Is
I
it creatures
I don't
or is it
think he is a
humanoids?
creature.
Bro.
Wait,
Oh,
hold
come
on. Wait, hold
Come
on. Let's talk about this, man.
Also,
Wait,
like
that's OP as
Chantal
fuck.
said,
Eight
The-
within
it's
creatures
just-
of your choice that you can see within range.
it's just an X, dude.
Zeratan,
Like we don't know where it's going.
What if we teleported Zeratan into the middle of storm range?
That is the longest fucking.
Does that mean we have the
Apocalypse?
power to
Well,
drop a
sometimes it can
mountain
fuck
on
up,
people?
Andrew. It's a very
Mm.
complex spell
Precisely.
that
It
allows you
can
to
fuck
teleport
up,
literally
yeah.
anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
And if you don't know where you're going, then it's like you're in for a bad time. Matt, every time that we do that, remember that this is a possibility. Not because because I have a rock, but if we try to travel anywhere that I do not have a rock, this is possible every time.
Yeah.
Remember this.
Every single time. Also, sometimes your super cool
So
helmet,
there's
explodes.
there's an argument, not to talk too much about this. We can talk about it outside of game, but there's a differential between a distinction about what's a creature and what's a monster, because Player's Handbooks specifically has a spell called Hold a Monster, which talks about, creatures that you see within range. It's about their size. There are limitations to teleport, and I'm going to rule that you don't feel like you would be able to do this, that you would be able to move the Zeratan.
Understandably.
That'd be
Damn
so
it.
fucking funny.
It's too big.
Teleporting out.
It's because the Zeratan is an elemental and is basically an island, a floating island, that just also has legs and internal organs big enough to hold very large areas. It's too big.
Understand.
But I love the question, Kai.
With Zeratan on the line, I think we should wait to accompany him down the river for whenever we go. It just means we won't be able to skip that travel.
Do we want to send him to Arenal still?
No.
He can go down near the entrance to that river.
Yeah, near the Hydra, like the mouth of the Hydra
Yeah.
River. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds smart.
So are you sending Zeratan down the Hydra?
I
Oh,
believe.
near
So.
near the Hydra.
To the
Yeah,
mouth
just
of
just
the
at the
Hydra.
mouth of the Hydra.
Where it connects into the Thunder Sea. Is
Yes.
that the name of it?
All right,
Yes.
cool. And I assume you let Mudhead know that there's been a slight
Yeah,
change
I'm
of
not sending
plans.
her on
She's
the
not going to
errand.
Arenal.
Nope. We're
All right.
realizing
Okay.
that we have a mission.
Very cool. Zeratan begins to to round the Skyfall Peninsula, past the Marsh of Desolation, prepares to enter the Hydra. Are you teleporting back to Stormreach?
Yes, we are, aren't we?
Yeah, because tomorrow we're gonna take on some birds.
Okay.
Burbs.
Mudhead didn't
Oh,
want
we're
to come,
back.
did she?
So when we're back in Stormreach, I would like to send a message with my little rat, and I just
One
want
question.
to.
Sorry, Chantal, what were you saying before we teleported?
Mudhead didn't want to come join.
She did
combat.
not want to come. Well, I don't want to put her in danger.
That's fine.
Now we can teleport back. And
I want to send a message with the rat, just saying like, what's the progress on our
Rat.
I have a little rat. I want to say, what's the progress on the? I don't know. I guess our fighters. What's the progress on any fighters?
Cool. All right. So you whisper into the rat. It like runs off and scuttles off down into the sewers.
While it's gone, I want to go talk to Jairus. You guys can come with me or not.
I'm not coming with you.
I'm gonna get
I think I would
information.
like to put together some sort of plan about how we're gonna work with your allies to kill 100.
Real quick, where in Stormreach do you teleport to?
Back
Phoenix?
to the ship's cat.
Right into your room, basically. The ship's cat.
Hopefully.
Okay. So it's right across the way, so you can definitely see as you arrive, you can see that Stormreach is, business as usual, but you can also see from your window the Clifftop Adventurers Guild location.
Ransacked still.
No, it still seems boarded up, but there's something that catches your eye. I'd say it's it's you, Phoenix, with the highest passive perception. Something's pinned to the door.
I guess we should do.
Is there ransom? These are some demands or something?
Probably
Eviction
rent,
notice,
honestly.
bro.
Knowing Armando, it's probably rent.
Rent. Yeah. It's the gas bill.
Yeah, so I'll
the
put a hood
cantrip
up.
fee.
I've got some inconspicuous clothes. I'll put a hood up, and I'll go alone and go and look at the note.
Okay. All right. You don't tell anybody. You just go off on your own.
I mean, I'll say like, hey, there's something on the CAG's door. I'm gonna go be inconspicuous and take a look at it.
Make a stealth check, Phoenix.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I get a
Phoenix,
D4 on this one. Still. 11. D4. 13.
Okay. As you're attempting to be maybe inconspicuous, you fail miserably, and you're seen by many people trying to duck and cover and be inconspicuous. You run smack into an individual, and there's this flurry of feathers as you walk past. Black feathers fall to the ground.
Oh wow!
They just kind of like look at you and push past. Make your way over to the...
I'll pick up a black feather.
Okay.
And then continue on.
You make your way over and stuck onto the door with a dagger, which at the
Free dagger.
handle, at the handle, there's what looks like the beak of a bird.
Oh, nice.
And stuck into it, written in very plain common. It says, if you want Armando back, bring 200 gold to the Arakocra village.
Armando.
I told you.
This is no. This makes it all okay. I'll take the note. I take the dagger. I'm smiling as I fucking walk back.
God
This
damn
shit
it.
is easy. We are in, boys. We are in.
Oh my god.
We don't need shit. We never needed shit.
No. This is what we do. We take like 500 gold. We're like, all right, we'll have Armando, and then we kick their asses with the rats anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'd be down. Oh, that would be a good way to make sure that all 200 follow us. Is if we go in, and they're like, yeah, 200 gold for Armando, and we're like, but that's so much, and then we steal Armando, and then all of them chase us back to the ground, and then we're like, haha, rats, and then we kill them all.
Dude, that's hilarious, and I think it would work. But if we get ganked, then we're fucked.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's
Are you-
no fault. No.
Like we could literally like grab Armando and be like, we're not gonna do that, and then just like teleport to the ground somewhere. And then make sure that they like see where we went, and then be like, hey, they're down there, and we're like,
We just tell
oh
them,
no.
like, hey, rats.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jaw.
So this was also
At what-
day 5, everybody,
This is day
in
5.
Stormreach. Magical items arrive.
Yes, for I think
now
Chantal.
The staff is
Like
completed.
yesterday was day 5, but hey.
Staff
here's my
is
staff.
completed. I thought that was day 4 yesterday. So yeah, day 5. Staff is completed. I think armor for Banner
Yes, his +1 plate armor.
and items that were ordered have arrived.
Sweet.
I mean, all of our orders are done.
Tell you what,
I think so.
let's see. Everybody roll a D100. If your average is over 50, everything's available. Even the most recent items.
Pull out the average. Let's go.
Hey,
I'm there.
that works.
That's a
I'm
yes.
3 versus
Yeah.
2. Oh wow, let's go.
All right. Cool. All of your items are available.
Nice. Alright. I mean, okay. Before we jump into this, we could just be paying gold. Like I am
we
literally
could just pay
drowning.
him. Yeah.
I'm drowning. And
Then they're gonna keep terrorizing everyone.
No, we just tell them, hey, do
That's
literally
true.
anything again, and we're gonna exterminate you off the planet.
I'd like to inform everyone that I have a 20 spell DC right now.
Jesus.
Feels good.
You have a 20 spell DC?
Yeah, you're telling me, man.
Brat.
Crepitus,
Yes.
the rat returns. Probably as Phoenix is returning with this dagger and this letter that says 200 gold. Rat returns. It's pretty quick. And wrapped around its little neck, you have this little teeny tiny scroll. So you open it up and you read. He says, "We are 75 strong."
Free.
No, not
Got this.
If you guys want to
You guys
go
want
the
to do
route,
this?
wait, no.
Please.
If you guys want to go the route of we'll pay him off and leave him alone, we'll have the boys show up anyway, and be like, hey, if you fuck with him again, shooter's gonna shoot.
Well, here's
I'm
the
ready to
thing.
kill the motherfucker.
We're not gonna pay them.
I'm pulling the legwork. I got 75 people.
I don't
ready to die
negotiate
for
with
us.
terrorists.
God, bro.
Yeah, like, I got 75 people ready to fucking die for this dude. So I'm ready to do it. I ain't got a whole plan, and you guys want to throw out the window for 200
if you
gold.
Well,
guys
they don't
wanna
even
do it.
like the birds, right? Like they keep terrorizing everyone.
That's the point. They want
They're
to
just
fight him.
obnoxious
Then-
as fuck.
This is just easy. It's free.
Alright, fine.
We got to bring him to the ground, though.
We got so. But what if we set up with the birds? Like meet us here, aka someplace on the ground.
I
and we'll
kind
do
of
the
like the
deal.
Armando heist strategy.
I mean, I'm down with the heist. I'm down with
What
the
the fuck are we gonna do?
We just teleport him out.
This is what we do. We show up and we're like, you got us. Here's your gold. It was hard to get it all together on such short
A
notice.
bunch of rocks.
And then
in
we
a bag.
snag Armando. And no, we don't even have to snag Armando. I have a spell for it. I can cast messaging to Armando while we're up there and you guys are negotiating, and I can be like, hey, you're gonna have a weird sensation. I need you to just let it happen. And then I can vortex warp him wherever they have him, right next to us, and we teleport out.
Wait, do you need to
I
see
don't
him
have
to do
teleport.
that?
I need to
You
see
already
him do
used
that.
teleport to that.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Well, this wouldn't have to be today because they're still
Wouldn't
getting
it?
the
Okay, but-
75
but-
partners together, right?
No, but what I'm saying is we arrange to meet them up. Like, hey, we'll pay 200, meet us here, someplace on the ground, someplace where the rats can get in a good position. And then we just fucking go. Like, they're already surrounded by our 75 rats, dude.
Are we underestimating them? Are we
Yes, we are.
100%.
Probably.
Yes, we are.
100%.
Like, I feel like we're gonna show up and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, what do you stop? Stop. This
What
is
do you
bullshit."
stop this?
They're like, it's 500 gold now. Fucking stop.
You're embarrassing
You're
yourselves.
embarrassing yourselves. We show up with the rats. They're like, that's it. They're like, what the fuck?
I made an army, and you guys need to help.
My brother in Christ, the rodents.
My brother.
You
Crystal.
legitimately
big
think
are
that if
these
we set up like a
rodents?
hostage exchange kind of situation, that the whole vortex warp thing could work?
How big are the rats?
You saw some rats that were just the size that Crepitus has now, is this little messenger rat. Those are, ranging from small to good God. Some of them are were-rats, so they're large, giant-sized rats, maybe about the size of a large dog. And then there are were-rats, which are humanoid, that transform. Those are pretty medium-sized. So yeah, from tiny to medium.
And I'm dead.
We need
I'm
some more
dead.
people, you guys.
I
Can
Let's
we
just
get
pay
that?
the fucking
think that if we
gold.
No,
have
no, no, no.
I
70
You know what I
honestly
wanna
think
do?
that with 75 and us, it's more than in our favor.
What if-
You
what
know
if it was
what I
big?
would like as some insurance, though? That idiotic group that tried to invent adventure on Zaratan.
Do we trust them? We kind of kicked their ass.
Well, they wanted. They haven't fought anyone. We could just
They
be
were
like,
like
hey,
merchants. weren't
What
they?
if we went back
No,
to
no,
the
no.
circle?
those like what were they called? The Titans or something?
They were called like the kick-assers. I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever the fuck
They were
They were like,
they were debating names. They were like the Titan Slayers, and you guys are like, have you ever slayed a Titan? You ever seen one? That's a Titan. By
I
the
think
way.
they'd be willing because they
Hold on, okay.
need some experience. And
Naila,
it's like,
Naila.
here's your thing.
If you are worried about not having enough people, go to the fighting circle, whatever it's called, and see
Red
if
Ring?
you can get people to fight there too. Maybe they want to come help.
The Red Ring.
The Red Ring. Go talk to them. See if any of them are able to
Aren't
and
they
want to come
all
fight.
Slaves.
They are. They're enslaved to servitude.
Go talk to their.
Yeah, just see if they want
Owners.
to tag along.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna let them?
You don't know. Go talk to their owners. It's
I
good.
think
It's good
I do.
publicity. My fucking slave
bad-
got rid
But
of
bad
the.
for business nonetheless. They're not going to send their prize fighters off to die, so that a couple of birds stop being fuck asses to the.
What if I give them 300 and I'm just like,
Adventurers
just please, don't fuck with us? Why do we care about this shit, man?
What about Collis?
What about Gornak?
Or what about just
What about
the 75 allies that we already have?
I don't know. You guys are saying that the rats aren't good enough.
I think
and
that's
I don't
enough.
see any of you getting any rats, so.
I think that's enough.
Let me ask another question. How big are the birds?
They're medium-sized.
They're like people shaped.
They're
They're
us.
humanoids.
They're like us.
For real, for real.
Just so you all know, they're called Aarakocra. Not that I don't mind you calling them chickens or or birds or whatever.
Herb.
The burbs.
God damn it.
Okay.
Can we just do the vortex strat and then fuck off and then?
I would love to. I would
Alright,
love
so
to.
don't
do
have
that.
a
It's
way
kinda
to
funny.
fuck off. That's the problem.
Let's
Why
wait
don't we
till
do it tomorrow? Why don't
Wait,
we do it tomorrow?
did
We'll
the
be like,
note
yeah,
say
we'll meet you.
anything?
We'll meet you
What does the
tomorrow. We need
ransom
to.
note say? It says
We need a
today.
day to
Put
get
the
the
note.
200 gold
Says
together.
today? It says today?
Please, DM, can you remind me what the ransom note says?
Bring 200 gold to the Aarakocra village for Armando.
Oh, so it's
So we'll
not
do it
today,
tomorrow.
huh?
They don't know
I
how
could
rich
sleep
we
on it.
are.
Exactly. We could be like, it was hard to get 200 gold
Yeah, we had to
together.
We did our best.
I
Yeah,
had to sell the dagger so I could get the last piece of gold.
exactly.
I used the Armando to acquire the Armando.
All right, so we got rats.
Damn, we got fucking rats.
No,
That's
but
it,
see, the
that's
thing
it.
is, if we're up in their village, the rats can't help us.
Yeah, that's why we bait them.
So I think the plan is that we would bamf away with Armando, and then do something to get noticed on the ground and lay an ambush.
Anyone got a flare?
Yeah, like my whole fucking plan of disguising Phoenix as Armando.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
that's-
having
that's-
us go up and charm her.
I mean, that would work too.
What race is
Potentially.
Armando?
We have to make
Armando
them.
is a shifter.
Hmm.
Shifters are people.
They have,
that
like,
are
animal
they're
traits.
yeah, they're very animalistic. So he has like a very animalistic form. I don't think he's shown us, but it like makes him look more animal than he actually is.
Animorph.
We've seen. I think we've seen
he's-
pictures.
Is he a wolf? Because there's like different types, right? There's like lion, wolf.
That's a
Looks
thing
like-
some man mother could love.
Kind of creepy.
He's gonna
It's
goblin
like feline
mode, bro.
canine, isn't it? That's the two
Scary
different
looking.
creatures.
He's goblin mode.
Whatever he is, he's a very nice guy. He's a very nice character.
This is devolved. What are we doing?
What do you mean it's devolved?
I got
Planning.
I just feel like we can pay them, man. I just
All right.
really feel like we
We
could.
could,
Chantal.
we
No,
could probably
no.
just pay them.
Chantal,
But
you
they-
pay
they
them
remain a
200
problem.
bucks. They're gonna do it again next week.
I give him 300. Like, don't fucking do it, or we're gonna actually kill you.
By who?
And
The
then, we,
five-
and then
the
we
five
actually
of us
fucking
showing up? The 5 of us showing up, be like,
yeah, just
we'll
be like
kill
we
you.
got shooters. We got rat shooters, bro.
They don't know that unless they see them.
Well, we're just like fucking come test us, brother.
That lie only works once.
No.
It only needs to work once.
Chantal's method, ass.
What do you mean?
Ass. Okay, so
Bro.
what's the
That damn
difference
orb.
between Crepitus, your plan, and Index's plan?
I was trying to think of a way
Difference?
that we could get the attention of all of them at once, because just reporting that maybe they should come look at something on the ground isn't going to make them put every single person that they have into one little tiny group. And so we need to do something that poses enough of a threat to gain all of their attention.
We
Okay,
could be
hot
like
take. What if they dispel magic?
What
do you mean?
No.
no.
If
What do you mean, like
dispel
if they counterspell?
Yeah, or counterspell. Yeah.
Then we'll stay at a counterspell range. It's 60 feet,
Alright. Can you? What's
Close
vortex range?
90 feet, and the range gets higher if I upcast it as well. So I could do it from 150 feet away if I wanted to.
Bruh.
What does Vortex Warp do?
I can teleport a creature to another location within range. So I could teleport someone 90 feet away in front of me, or I could teleport them 90 feet behind me and move them 180 feet effectively. It just has to be within that cast range.
So, what if we do that, but a little differently? What if I'm already on the ground with the rats, and you teleport him to where I am?
It would be much higher than I could do that. I also have to be able to see the location.
So, how do we get him to the, or like, what,
Phoenix.
teleport him on like
Phoenix
a
is
crowd?
gonna
I was
teleports.
thinking I would vortex warp him close to us within range of teleport. Phoenix
Yeah.
teleports us.
Oh, to the
And then we
ground.
cause a commotion on the ground, and they're like, "Those are those guys that
Sure.
stole our ransom." And then
Okay.
they grab all their homeboys, and they show up, and we're like, "Haha, gotcha."
All right, that's a good
Rats.
idea. That also way we can control where they're going.
Just
That's a
remember,
good
I suggested doing this the gold way, and I have 5.5k gold.
Chantal, I think I need you to believe.
Wow,
in
I'm so
something.
impressed at
believe
how
in
much money.
something?
You
Okay, motherfuckers, when this backfires and everyone's like, "How did this happen?" I'm gonna be like, "My brothers in Christ, you did this to yourselves."
No,
Just
because
say,
we'd be
I'm
doing
okay
the
with
same shit next week.
No, we wouldn't, because then they
Yeah,
fucking
we
come
would.
and we say,
We would be doing the
"Fuck
same
you."
shit next week.
We have a fucking Phoenix disintegrate them and make an example.
We're doing that.
There's like 100 of them. There is 100 of them. They can't even split the gold evenly.
Ah!
200 gold can be split evenly by 2.
But evenly 100
By
ways.
evenly by 100.
That's-
I thought there's
my
like
Crepitus
300
and
of them.
Christ.
That's
I thought
like
there's-
one of the easiest ways to break it up.
I thought there's like 300 of them.
There's 100 of them.
And they
They
want
won
200
300
gold. Oh.
gold.
Yeah,
They
that's,
want 200 gold.
oh, I got confused with the number.
Please read the ransom note.
I don't have the note
We
in
are
front of
not
me. You're
going
holding
to
it.
read the than we need to make. They are
Hey,
asking
hey.
for 200 gold. Chantal is like, I will give you $300 of shut up money.
All right, are we
They
doing this?
come
Because
back
I
to,
gotta
like,
send another rat
Papa
message if
more,
we're doing
please?
this.
Phoenix,
Well,
what's in your
I think,
hand?
we should, I
Like,
think
what
we're
are you
doing
holding?
it tomorrow, no matter what.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
No,
Okay.
I'm fucking in game.
In
A
game.
feather.
Oh, the feather. It's in my pocket. What do you?
Okay, so how can we use that to
Answer
our
this question. What
advantage?
is in my pocket? I have no idea. I thought it would be cool because we could like use it to scribe, but then we just like know a black Aarakocra.
Yeah. Well, I think you can go ahead and send your message, because no matter what, I would want to do this tomorrow when Phoenix has teleport as a last
So
resort.
then I'll say, like, okay, good. Be ready tomorrow at what location should I say?
We'll just say fucking midday, and why don't we do some scouting before you send this message?
Okay.
We'll find a spot that we want to engage with them.
Right.
We could just do it at the cliff top office. I mean, it's in their
Jesus
territory,
Christ.
so they would probably be willing to chase us that far.
We're just gonna bring this. just a
That
fucking-
is
war
a
into
realistic-
storage?
Well, that's a realistic place for where we would want to bring Armando. Would be back to
Alright.
his place of.
Phoenix?
So we
Any
could.
ideas?
That sounds all right.
Naila?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not
Hey,
asking Chantal.
we could
Fuck
see
you, Crepitus.
the
You
teleport or
should.
not. We might see if we could like, I don't know, not run. That's for sure.
Is there enough open space around the clifftop office that we could realistically
There's no way we're gonna have like a 200-person fight.
There's
Gang war, dude.
what you see here. Obviously this is the Clifftop Adventurers Guild location. It's got a loft upstairs that you can see. Some larger structure up top. You're not sure. You haven't explored that area up there. Down below, there are some old giant cave-like dwellings and ruins. And then, of course, there's this big, waterway just outside.
I know that we probably have thought about this, but what if we just bait them into the sewer?
That's an idea too, but
Yeah.
Is there any human-shaped areas to get to the sewer?
I've been able to get there the whole time.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
there are.
Have we been using manholes or have we been using tunnelways?
There are a combination. There's conduits. Some of the giant ruins have been used as sewers. There are definitely ways for medium and large creatures to get into the sewer systems.
I will say,
actually-
I think where we would have the best luck if we tried to pick a location where Phoenix and I could get the most out of our very high area damage spells.
Yeah, also, I don't think the Bildrash would like if we took this big fight to their home, so I'm going against the bring it to the sewer.
They'd at least be on the ground.
It would be on the ground.
But not in their home, and I don't think they would like that.
Is there an area nearby, and I can send Gadget up to scout? Is there an area nearby that I think would give
Let's
us
bring in the red ring.
100-foot diameter
That's
circle?
a really good
sort of
idea that
area?
Phoenix
Is
just
there-
had. Phoenix just had a really good idea.
Bring them to the red ring?
Yeah, that's the
Why would they?
fucking
Why would they
arena.
follow us
What?
to the red ring?
There's a literal arena,
That's so
dude.
sus.
My brother in Christ.
It's just kind of funny. It wouldn't work very well.
I like that idea the best.
Where's Gadget
If we
going?
can pull it off, then.
Where's Gadget going?
Gadget's just going to fly directly up and look around for a spot nearby that, let's say, is around the size of a 100-foot diameter circle.
Nearby what?
The Clifftop Adventurers Guild building,
Okay. Like ground area.
like open space. Not even ground, but like open space, where I feel like realistically, should civilians flee the area, casualties could be avoided.
Make a
No.
perception check with advantage based on sight.
Let's see.
If it is the red circle, I mean, there's already a board for it made at Roll20.
One thing that Stormreach is lacking is
Open space.
open spaces. It's everything's kind of been built vertically, right? So there's 40 feet here, 50 feet there, small little corridors here, long straights of open space, but not one big kind of square foot area. But as Gadget does this kind of flyby and kind of goes up pretty high, they also see the cliffside where these Aarakocra make a village. And you can see there's this shelf, right? This top of this cliff that kind of juts outward. And with a 16, see a little bit of the detail. Underneath this kind of cliff, built into the side, are what look to be structures. And Aarakocra flying to and fro. These structures built on the side of the cliff underneath this overhanging shelf. I've got an image I can show you if you want to see it.
Oh, that image.
Is it dark or clear?
It's dark.
Yeah, it's black.
I'll go ahead and add daylight to this so that there's no dynamic lighting. Boom.
Ooh.
Can you see?
It's Avatar. It's Avatar.
It's literally Avatar.
It's
bro.
literally Avatar.
Say that.
An air temple.
Do you like it?
Opposite the top, man. I love the cameo.
Ew.
Some sort of
There's
shrine up at the top.
Bring the rats there, though.
Well, the other thing though is, do we really want a big open area? Because we're fighting birds that can fly, so maybe something where they can't fly might be helpful.
I was only saying that for the sense that my spells, and I believe Phoenix's spells as well, do best when they can be used to the full area of effect.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Have
the
the
red
most
circle.
creatures in that
They're not
spot.
going to the red ring.
I mean,
The red
I have a
ring.
hard time believing that they would follow us there.
Only
I
makes
have
sense.
15 feet of range.
During this sort of recon, you also see swarms of Aarakocra. Some of them wielding simple spears or some sort of projectiles, but others seem to be at least somewhat arcane capable. There are a couple of structures that look to be like shrine-like. You can also see here some sort of structure. And inside that structure, there seem to be humanoids. Hard to tell exactly what at this range. Do you want Gadget to fly closer?
Yeah, he'll fly closer.
Just way out in the open? Or looking,
He's
trying
got
to
a whole lot more hit points than usual, so he will try to be stealthy.
make a stealth check?
But he can take a hit now. Stealth. Ah.
Okay. But is Gadget mechanical?
Not technically. Technically, Gadget is Fey.
Okay. But what is their kind of appearance? Owl? Like hawk?
An owl.
Owl.
Yeah, it's an owl.
Okay. Doesn't look terribly out of place. There are a lot of birds, things flying around. The Aarakocra are obviously dominating the skies in this area, though. As they get a little bit closer, there is, inside this structure here, what looks like a pile, a heap of clothing. But as they get closer, they can see it's actually a humanoid. Pretty badly beaten up. And doing a close enough flyby, you can see that it's Armando. He's curled up currently, kind of pushed into the corner of this structure. Something else that Gadget sees about this structure. In addition to having a myriad of guards, Aarakocra flying around and also kind of walking in the perimeter area, there are strange-looking crystals embedded into the pillars. They have a red-like glow to them.
I'll bring Gadget back and then relay that to everybody. So he's there, and he's kind of just in the open. I mean, we could skip the whole fighting everyone thing and just snag him if we wanted to. It wouldn't really solve the problem, but yeah.
We can bait them into a fight at least.
We could, get someone to fly and to be invisible at the same time and go up there and just take him.
Make an Arcana check, as you're the one who saw this, Index.
18.
Something about those crystals is ringing a bell.
And they were in the pillars that make up this structure.
That he's housed in, yes.
Mm.
They looked. I'll give you an image. Oops. Here we go. Copy image address and paste. Boom. They look like this. And you know exactly what these are. These are nullifier crystals. They negate spells and magical effects, magical weapons, and items usually unaffected by their presence. They are not capable of blocking divination.
Mm. So maybe he was just making his maybe he was just resisting the spell this whole time.
Makes sense. Okay, so
But it means that it's hard to get someone in there.
And we can't necessarily take him away because Kag needs him here.
But if he's in danger, I'm sure they would understand that he can't stay. It does mean that if we want him to remain safe, we kind of have to deal with the Aarakocra, not just, either pay him or deceive them or whatever. Either we have to do this in a way that means that our business is concluded, or we have to make them afraid to mess with the Clifftop Adventurers Guild.
There's ways to do that.
I think so.
Like,
As Gadget
precisely aimed disintegration would be very fun.
As Gadget makes their last kind of round before perhaps bringing them back, up at the top, what seems to be some sort of structure, shrine, you're not sure what it is, a singular individual emerges. And they look quite different from the rest of these Aarakocra. They appear to be perhaps shamanistic, maybe you get warlock vibes from this individual as they fly down and disappear into one of the larger structures. That's what you glean with Gadget.
So, would we rather encounter them on the ground somewhere? Or somewhere where we have space? Do we want to try and get them into one of those caves? What's the play?
Because we have, we get him, we go with the intention of paying the bribe. We don't. We get him, we leave via teleport. Maybe they have some way of tracking us, or him probably. They realize that we're at least kind of nearby. They come and find us. The only thing we got to worry about is getting over the ground if we want to help with the ratlings.
Okay. Would I know if nullification crystals or a barrier made out of them would keep me from casting a spell like Vortex Warp to teleport a creature out of the space?
Yes, you would know that magical effects, it's like being in an anti-magic zone. When these things are kind of put into a sort of a perimeter, they nullify magical effects. They nullify magical weapons. You would think that essentially any school of magic would be nullified, but you know very specifically they do not block divination style of magic.
So how do we get them out?
I mean, the only thing it's coming back to is demoralizing the birds by killing their leader, or at least damaging them heavily.
Does anyone have... No one has Featherfall, do they?
No. That's be a you thing.
You do know that these crystals are not impervious to damage. They can be destroyed.
Is it something you think you could do, Phoenix? You think you could destroy part of that barrier enough that we could all teleport?
Maybe. I'm not sure how big they are and how much damage they could take. I don't think Disintegrate would do anything because, as we've known, Disintegrate doesn't destroy magic things. It tends to destroy anything but magic. Really. I mean, it can destroy magical things, but it's very hard against magic objects.
How big of an area does Disintegrate destroy if you hit an object? Like a non-magical one?
10 foot cube. Let me check.
Because I'm wondering if you could take out the floor from underneath or something like that.
That'd be impressive. If the target is a huge or larger object or creature of force, the spell disintegrates a 10-foot cube portion of it. A magic item is unaffected by the spell. So the nullifier would probably just eat it. But I could get rid of his floor as long as he's dancing on his feet.
Well, if you take out the floor and we are there to catch him or do something else. Like as soon as he leaves that area, I could teleport him somewhere. Or I could have a dragon flying underneath his cage to catch him once he falls through the floor.
We also like kind of are annoying the fact that we could like negotiate with them to bring him to us.
We could say, you know, we'll
Like
make the
we
exchange
have
here.
200 gold. We have, you know, we have at least have 20 platinum. You know.
We might as well see if they're willing to come meet us. Because if they're willing to do that, then that eliminates all of this.
I think they kind of want us meeting there.
I imagine so.
Sorry, what's up?
Hey, there's always the idea we just give them their motherfucking ransom. And yeah.
Chantal, I want you to every time you bring that up, I want you to think about the consequences of paying their bribe, and then what happens literally any second after that bribe.
We just say, Armando, we've done what we can. Fucking don't.
It's just that they
fucked.
will continue to be a problem. They will continue to think that people don't deserve to live in Stormreach.
I just don't know what to do about the situation. Deadass. I don't.
Scare the fuck out of them.
Just hope it works though. That's kind of the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, me and Index got to bring out the big guns. Gotta like send out dragons, demons, fucking firestorms, anything.
So
I have
all
a
of
spell that
the
has a 120 foot diameter.
all of the
area.
planning, the discussion continues. Is it your intention to go there this day, or is it your intention to wait another day for spell prep or whatever?
I think another day for planning,
Yeah.
so that Phoenix gets his 7th levels back.
Okay. So I'll let you guys outside of game here, if there's stuff that you want to coordinate or talk about, like if you have more discussions, do some planning. That's fine, because we're gonna end our session here, kind of fast forwarding past another long rest, and the next day, next morning, I assume you're staying at the ship's cat. It's been paid for.
Yes.
Okay. Phoenix. Next morning, you look out your window. Once again, your eyes are drawn to the Clifftop Adventure Guild door. This time, stuck to the door, you don't see a letter. You see a small bag.
It's gonna be his finger or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
It's gonna be like his ear finger.
Oh my fuck.
I'm not gonna be sneaking about this then. I'm just gonna go and grab it, I guess.
Yeah.
Make a perception check. You see the black feathered Aarakocra flying off as you make your approach. Do you go alone? Do you go alone,
Yes,
Phoenix?
sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I didn't
sorry.
hear. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said sure, yes.
You go alone. I thought there was this tense intent, like you were thinking about it.
also-
Have to ask.
I'm going.
Pull the bag out. Got another dagger. Gonna have a collection of
gold.
these bird daggers. You look inside the bag. Roll a d6.
Okay, that sucks. Roll low. 3.
You find 3 fingers
Oh.
inside the bag.
There's a house of healing in this city, right?
House Jurassico.
Alright. Gonna have to put these on ice.
Jeez.
Gonna have to pay for some healing spells to get these
Look
back
his
on my
fucking
board.
fingers, man.
That's where we're gonna end our session tonight.
Ah!
guys.
I'm seething. I'm pissed. I'm mad.
We're back next week, and we'll see what the hell happens with these Aarakocra, these chickens, these burbs. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna go to bed. All right, later, guys. Boop.
Yeah.